Now you can hear me. I think I could be heard now. Peace and blessings and salute to everybody out there. Thank you for paying attention to Heritage Hip Hop live on YouTube tonight. Karev here, Heritage Hip Hop, different logo, same brand. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Heritage Hip Hop tonight. As you come into the room to see this great live interview. Wait, I'm getting some feedback. All right, here we go. So for everybody out there listening, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me the love of having your attention tonight. You know what I'm saying? Um right now, Drift is getting ready to come into the room. He's just getting his stuff situated. That's backroom stuff, you know what I mean? Everybody out here watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you share this. And yeah, we getting everything together. So if you see me looking down, it's me trying to share everything to everybody. As you know, I don't have any people on behind the scenes that's doing this. So if anybody would like to help or volunteer, by all means, you know what I'm saying? Um I thank you once again to for coming to Heritage Hip Hop. But it's very important that if you join us, you have to like, share this. You got to mash that like button. If you follow Heritage Hip Hop on iTunes or Spotify, please give me a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. And let's get those numbers up and share it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Heritage Hip Hop is available on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Boom You It, BOOMUITT, which is the competition to YouTube. And there, you don't need 1,000 subscribers to monetize. So the more people I get on Boom You It who watch them videos, please, it'll be great. I would like to go live on Boom You It one day and get some traction going on over there. So, join us on Boom You It. I will be planning some things over there. I know everybody's used to YouTube, but I have to get y'all to go over there sometime. You know what I'm saying? Heritage Hip Hop is brought to you by heritagehiphop.com. That's our website. Our website is where you get exclusive interviews first. You get them there first before they drop on their social media, and unless it's a live, and you get exclusive music and playlist as well. So if you want to join the foundation, go to heritagehiphop.com, become a member. Membership is free. All I ask is for your email address so I can send you things periodically. We also sponsored by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. Change your financial future in 15 seconds by filling out one application to repair your credit. I'm a person who got my credit repaired. I tell you it works. This is not scam business. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to repair your credit, transparentcreditrepair.com. Fill out the application. You get 20% of all services that come from Heritage Hip Hop link from Heritage to Transparent Credit Repair. So remember, change your life in 15 seconds. Open your wallet to receive more income than paying out more debt by getting your credit score elevated and fixing and repairing your credit. All right, so what y'all know about Drift? What y'all know about Drift? We're gonna find out some things about Drift tonight. And right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm looking to see who's on the YouTube. Now, YouTube has been a little funny. So YouTube's been a little funny. So I'm gonna have the two screens open up so I can see who's here. Shout out to Gail Campbell. Gail, salute to you. Everybody, make sure you support our sister Gail as she continues to ascend the spirits of people in this game. Because every day once she touches, they elevate. Because you see it in their face. They get the lemon face, then they go wow, and they elevate. So Gail, salute to you. Keep elevating. HF Graphics. What's going on? Thank you for rejoining us. X7 Studios. Peace. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I need those like buttons smashed and subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop. Like I said, YouTube's been bugging out. They've actually updated and changed the format of the screen on the lives, and they've blocked some people's lives from on the screen. So I want to make sure everybody's here. Please leave comments. We want to give everybody full interaction in the interview. All right, we're waiting for Drift to come in right now. Anybody wants to help grow heritage hip hop, we have merchandise. We have storefrontier.com. I don't want to get up and get off camera, but we have, if you go into the Instagram today, we have hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, face masks, and all that. I have more things and better things coming all the time. So if you want to support, go to storefrontier.com/heritage hip hop, and you'll see what we have there. You know what I'm saying? How did y'all like Coming to America 2? Was it a good movie to you? We will talk about Coming to America 2 on Recap with the Goodfellas, which is on weekly on Facebook, and the shows are also on YouTube as well. So if you want to go check those out, put in Recap W the Goodfellas with a Z, not a S, and check out that page and subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. Shout out to my partners, Big A. Shout out to Tommy Guns, Sha Montana, and Dav of An Eclectic Perspective, who has a Facebook group, AEP, An Eclectic Perspective, and his new show, Conscience and Nonsense, weekly on Facebook. I'd like to give a shout out to the Fleet DJs, you know what I'm saying, Premier DJ Click, and the Heat DJs. I'm a member of both. And I'd like to give a shout out to MJ, MJ's Hip Hop Connects, #1 publicist in the game. You need help getting your music out, getting interviews, getting some things going on to help spice up your career, hit up MJ at MJ's Hip Hop Connects. I think it's a .net. I could be wrong, but MJ's Hip Hop Connects with an X. All right. That's someone that you want to check out. I'd like to give a shout out to Fatty's Place, Fire Jaws, Transparent Credit Repair, Lex P, A Squad, Rebel Radio, and to all the people who support Heritage Hip Hop. The reason why this is called Heritage Hip Hop is because we are God's heritage, and our culture is hip hop. So if we are God's heritage and we celebrate hip hop, then our heritage is hip hop. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? And we made this platform to give respect to those whose stories are not getting told, like Govmatic, rest in peace, Big Snuff, rest in peace, and so many others of New Jersey who's been greats around the way and who may not have been able to tell their stories. So salute to them. And this platform was designed so that nobody will ever forget you, and people are able to come tell a story. All you need is a microphone and the opportunity to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Heritage Hip Hop is here. We salute our legends and give them their flowers while building up the new people who are coming into the game right behind them. You see what I'm saying? Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for joining in. I see Facebook is not Facebook. I'm sorry. YouTube is acting up tonight, but it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna get everything started very soon. We're just waiting for Drift to chime in. If anybody want to ask any questions to me right now, I am here. You can ask anything while we're waiting for our guest to join in. He said he's running a little late. We having a little time thing going on, but it's all right. I just want everybody to get comfortable. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk about music. We're gonna talk about art. We're gonna talk about Renaissance, and we're gonna talk about influence. So please, like I said, 6 people here. Please, all six people, hit that button. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button. And let's get everybody in here. The more the merrier and the better, not only for the platform, but for the artist himself. Apologize for the delay. And if I'm looking down on my phone, like I said, I don't have any back end people sharing, so I have to share this myself. So I'm trying to get everything coordinated now, as a matter of fact. Okay. I'm sharing this now. Please help me share this to any hip hop groups that you know. Share this with um any family, friends, whatever. We want to share. We want to get this out there. So please help a brother out, and I appreciate HR right now. I'm saying everybody click the link. So everybody click the link and tune in, because this is a big interview. It's not only for me, but for all of us in Jersey, because we're going to celebrate the culture and we're going to stop that BS trend that people say that Jersey don't support Jersey. I believe that's trash. Y'all are here, so y'all support Jersey. Salute to y'all. You know? Yeah, YouTube is on its own thing. I don't know what's going on with YouTube tonight, but it's all good. We're gonna keep this moving, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. All right. So shout out to all of you, and we're gonna make this thing happen. Right now, I'm sharing to all the New Jersey media people to check us out tonight. You know, shout out to everybody out there watching. Please, like I said, please join us, support. We are talking to Drift tonight of talking to Drift East Orange legend, talking to somebody who's been on 106 in Park. I did an interview with Drift before, and if y'all haven't seen that, that interview is on Heritage Hip Hop on YouTube already. So you are more than welcome to catch that interview and check that out. We've already talked about a lot of things when it comes to music and him beginning his art. Now that Drift is a little more seasoned in the art that he produces, I believe we have different questions for him, and that these questions should be something that we really take our time to go through. You see what I'm saying? Let's see if Drift is ready now. No, not yet. Wait a minute, everybody. Hold up. I think we got somebody joining us right now. If everybody's ready.
Yup.
Everybody, we still connecting. So thank you for being patient. Like I said, greatness takes time. And we don't rush anything on here. So we are all right. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Yeah.
Peace. What's going on with you?
Please, King. Yo, forgive me for being late, man. I apologize. I had to take lady to the airport and all that, so I apologize for the lateness.
Everything happened in God's time. I can't be upset.
By all means. By all means.
You know what I'm saying? Before we start, though, I would like you to we got some people in the YouTube right now. If you want to address and talk to some of your people that's here, we got Gail Campbell in here. HF.
Shout out to Gail.
We got X7 Studios here.
Okay.
Facebook. YouTube has been pretty grimy with the with the page, because sometimes people are posting, I can't see it.
Okay.
But it says we got 8 people in so far. Only 3 likes. We need everybody to smash them likes. The more likes, the better it is. The algorithm hits, and the more we can send this video out to people. So please, I'm asking you, please hit those likes, and let's support this artist and this man the way he deserves to be. You know, you want to drop any social medias or anything before we get started?
Yeah, on my Instagram is at the real drift, TheRealDrift, and the same for Twitter. I don't really use anything else.
All right.
I'm looking for it on YouTube so I can put it on Facebook.
I sent you the link just now, I believe.
Where? Oh, there you go.
I sent it directly to you.
The same for Twitter. Ooh.
Yeah, we got some residual.
Yeah. So I don't see the share button though. The share button.
You don't see it?
No. There you go.
Got it?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it down.
Yeah, let me get my notes and we gonna get started. You was rushing to get to the thing. I was rushing too. I ain't even got all my stuff with me, but that's gonna make it.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna make it a better interview.
Today sucked, you know what I mean? But it's gonna end on a positive note.
Oh yeah, we about to make history. Just
I'm
let me
gonna
get.
make sure it ends on a positive note because watch this. All right. All right, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready.
Oh, all right, I thought you was gonna get the belt.
Oh no, they here. Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Heritage Hip Hop Live. This is Karev. You already know the gentleman that's on the screen, so I think it's about time we just get right into the interview.
Yes, sir.
The last time I talked to you, you were just beginning your movement into art.
Yes, sir.
I think that was before the Y'all Wives on Me video where you were.
Yeah,
You were,
it was before that. Yes, sir.
and was that the video where you were in the stock exchange? You were painting on the street. Is that the Your Wives on Me video?
No, I was painting on the street. The stock exchange video that was entitled "Why You Mad." So I did it in 2 videos.
Right.
Yeah.
So since we had that first talk, I've seen you transform yourself from a respected audio artist to a beloved visual artist.
Yes, sir.
How much has the visual art contributed to your music as you've moved on into making this new project that we will talk about soon enough?
The visual art, the only thing it's helped me with is like just keeping a roof over my head and just not having to worry about like income. That was a big problem for me before I discovered. Well, I won't say discovered, before I got back into my artwork. The finance was a big problem for me, very big problem. And now it's not a problem. So, I'm grateful to the Most High for the ability. And it's helped me, just excel in all areas of life I was having difficulty prior.
All right. Before we get into the heart, salute the Dot Bundini on the check-in.
Shout out to Dot, man. I love Dot. I've known Dot, I'll say about 15, 20 years.
All right.
He never switched up one time. He's been the same all the way, very supportive. I had a few tragedies the past 16 months, and he always checked on me. You know what I mean? It wasn't no music, so shout out to Dot. I genuinely care about that, man.
All right. Shout out to the Lux fam, Freaka. Freaka's in the room. Shout out to Aquaza Mill in the room, and shout out to Stress. Stress, we will talk to Stress in a minute. We got to build this up first.
My producer, Stress?
Yes. We got to build this up first. We have
love Stress too, man. Whoa.
Everybody, if you're coming into the room, please hit that like button and share button right now, because we need those numbers up, or we need this algorithm to go crazy so that it's picked up everywhere. All right. So we're going to give some of the people who are new to seeing you, some background first. You are the 106 in Park freestyle champion. You are the ghost that's also a bully on the street when it comes to the hip hop repertoire. You know what I'm saying? It was, if you came through East Orange, it was certain people that you had to know about, and your name has come up many times.
That's love.
How did you build that reputation, and how did you get your name?
I got the name. I stole it from Tretch, actually. They had a song called Ghetto Bastard. And in the beginning, like, this is a story about the drifter. You know what I mean? I was a rap fanatic at the time. I was a child when the song came out, Ghetto Bastard. But I was rapping, you know what I mean? I saw Big Daddy Kane. I saw Rakim. I was like, yo, I got to do this. But then to see somebody from my neighborhood doing it to that level, I was like, oh, wow, like, it can really happen. So I just wanted to be a part of the movement any way possible. And, he was my hero. So, and funny that you mentioned Naughty, I mentioned you ain't know it, but like KG from Naughty by Nature gave me production on my album, just gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's another idol of mine. And then Vinny was like hyping me up, like he hyped, Tretch on the album. I'm like, yo, this shit is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So just want to give a shout out to KG and give a shout out to Uncle Vinrock. I had a problem with distribution, and at the 11th hour, and it was probably midnight when I hit Uncle Vinrock. He's like, yo, they requesting, permission to use, your appearance on the album. He did that shit immediately. It was the wee hours of the night. You know what I mean? He took care of me. So, I got utmost love and respect for the Naughty.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard EO Flow, I told you, I was like, I fucking love that song. And
Yes, sir.
I put it on a Heritage Hip Hop playlist. I think it was 5 at the time.
Yeah,
Immediately.
thank you.
And the reason why I did that is because you have to give people their respect when they make good quality music. Why do you think, as a person who's so respected, it's so hard to be heard even in the city that you're in?
But I don't think it's hard to be heard. It's just we have to you got to play the game correctly. Like people just shoot videos and then throw it on Facebook and kick back, expecting to go viral off of that. And it takes a lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta conduct yourself the way these corporations do it. We can't do it on the same scale they do it financially, but as long as you do something, you'll be heard. And that I know from firsthand experience. So
I remember the first video that you had that I saw was the video with you in the barbershop.
yeah, yeah.
Talk about that song in detail. I didn't want to go too deep into that because I want to grow this interview. But like I said, we're giving touch-ups right now. Talk about that time when you first made that video and what the buzz was like around the city when it came to you.
Yeah, the buzz at the time was definite. You know what I mean? I was the only one from Jersey on television at the time. You know what I mean? Because it was after the 90s, and that's when Jersey had the stronghold on the game. You know what I'm saying? And so that was, I said, 2004, the whole year. And it was just me. I was the only one from Jersey out. So it was definite. I got a lot of love. But then that's when I first started experiencing hate too. And that shit broke my heart because I thought, I'm representing for the town, so they will just embrace me and love me. And that shit did not go that way. So, that was the only downside. The song, Don't Call Me, I always hated that shit. I hated that song, But yeah, the label, like, they loved it. I did it as a joke, so I was playing, and they put the house on that one. So, that I don't have like too many positive memories about that experience, but it put me in the mix. So I'm grateful for that.
Hip hop, business wise, is one of the dirtiest games a man can ever play. How much dirt did you see and get slung on the wall? How much dirt they tried to put on you or try to attach to your name?
I mean, that's why I ain't hit the mainstream. They tried it, and I had no business etiquette or business acumen at the time. I was straight from Park Avenue. So my mentality was, all right, if somebody do this to me on Park Ave, I'm gonna respond this way. I brought it to the business world, and that was detrimental to my growth in the business. So it's a very foul game. They'll look you in the face and tell you, oh, we're gonna do this, this, and then later on they're like, no, I never said that, and it's no recourse. So the game is fucked up.
Yeah, I believe so because you have made some great music, and I even hear like 90% of the songs on soundtracks that's trash, and you would destroy a lot of those songs even with your catalog. When I interviewed you before, you said you don't even like talking about some of your old music because it's in the past.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I mean, this is just what I say. I respect what you said. You got to wear your crown though. You got to, because an accomplishment is something that you should never ever be held down on.
Absolutely.
You had a song Keisha, right?
What's it called? It was
Kiana. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the songs. I don't have my main computer with my stuff with me, but I love that damn song. You got some songs that's really hot, you know what I'm saying? And when people say there's many lanes and everybody's trying to run the same lane, as an artist, do you feel when you make hot music that you're running the same lane, or you're making your lane by making your individual song?
You see, it depends. Like if I'm trying to do a song that's what they're making currently, then I don't feel like I'm in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? And I did that for a large percentage of my career. I was making songs that were like Hot 97 type of songs and all that, and it didn't feel good to me, and I was like, oh, this shit's not working. My confidence was affected a lot by the music, because I just couldn't. It's like the people, I don't like, damn, do they see me? Like, can they even hear what I'm doing? And now once I started making what I love, then I saw the energy change, and I'm gonna go with that from here on out.
Energy is one of the main things that makes a man, and what makes a
Absolutely.
situation apparent.
Absolutely.
But when we deal with phoniness, falsehoods, and fakeness,
Ish.
the energy hits in a certain way where not only can it kill your creativity, it could put you in a sense of having to defend yourself.
Yeah, man.
What's the most false energy that you had to back away from when it came to music itself?
Just a lot of the competitive shit, you know what I'm saying, in the local scene, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like being that I've done so much, like people feel as though they gotta compete with me. And it's like I'm not in competition. I'm trying to reach my form of glory and then surpass it. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be successful. I want to help if I could help, you know, but it's just the energy I get, you know, it's like it's not always a positive energy. And I still deal with that to this day. You know, it blows me away, but you know, you just gotta I try to put my best foot forward and don't really put any energy into any foolishness. You know?
Did you know that energy of jealousy is the barometer of your character, though?
Mm,
Think
that's
about this.
profound.
Think
That's
about
profound.
this. If people didn't challenge you on who you are, how would you as a man know how moral you are?
Mm,
So
mm,
unfortunately, everybody looks for love, but love is earned. How do you earn love if you don't go through false love and jealousy first?
crazy.
I mean,
Wow.
yeah, these are the lessons of life that we're taught, but we ignore because a lot of us want to deal with being accepted by people who don't even accept themselves.
Come on, bro. People who don't even like themselves. And I used to go out of my way to seek their acceptance and be loved by them. I was driving around in BMWs and Jaguars and shit. I
Uh-huh.
had no garage. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I'm parking the bitch outside. It's like I come outside, I got spray paint on my shit, or they keyed my car, and like I deserved it. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know?
You didn't deserve it. No man deserves to be disrespected. You didn't deserve that, but what you needed was the lesson to see who had your back and who didn't.
Yeah.
See, the most harsh reality, I'll give this credit to Billy Danzy because he taught me this. He said, a liar is a person who's unhappy with who they truly are. So they get angry at you because you won't believe the lie they made for themselves to make themselves feel good.
Crazy.
And a lot of people I can
Crazy.
see, a lot of people I can see will want to get mad at you is because you're putting yourself in position to express a level of joy, a level of acceptance, and a level of strength that they have not even walked a mile in your shoes or a step in a baby's crawl to even understand about themselves.
Precisely. You just you said a mouthful. I can't even I can't you said everything that's in my heart, but I couldn't articulate it the way you just did.
But I want to ask you this because you give a lot of respect to your parents,
Yeah.
right? And you talk about coming from a foreign background, right? How did you have a lot of respect for your father? Shout out to your father,
Shout
first
out
and
to Fox,
foremost.
man. Yeah.
How did learning yourself prepare you to represent your family and your manhood the way that you do now in your art?
Um like when you become a man, like the family is on your shoulders, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't conduct yourself with respect, you know, you won't be respected. And if you're disrespected, it'll be nothing for somebody else to disrespect your family. You know, so it's like once you have a family, you're not even living for yourself anymore. It's almost like you're on the back burner. You have to make sure that the family's straight and they don't have a care, a concern. And if they do have a concern, it's your duty to alleviate that, you know. So, you know, I learned that after becoming a father. I was very immature up until my son was about 2, 3 years old. You know what I mean? It didn't really hit me like I got a child. Like somebody had said something foul about me, and I actually dropped my son off so I could go and fight. You know, I was like, I thought about it on the way home. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit. I could have got killed. You know, and I left my child so I could go do some dumb shit. So, life has a way of waking you up and shocking you back into reality. So, you know, you got to conduct yourself properly as a man, you know, give respect, you know, but also don't take any disrespect. So that's the space I'm in.
That's one thing about you and so many other people I respect. Fatherhood.
Yes, sir.
And I once asked you about fatherhood in the last interview when you said your son is your greatest creation and gift.
Absolutely.
What did your son show you about yourself that elevated your manhood and your will to live, as well as your will to create?
Hmm. These are some of the flyest questions I've ever been asking myself.
Salute, salute.
Yeah. Nah, my son, I just look in his eyes, you know what I'm saying? And to see the belief he has in me. Like, he thinks I'm Superman,
You
And
are.
I just don't never want to disappoint him. I never want to disappoint him. I want to be firm, but I want to be fair. I want to show him that no matter what happens in this life, I always got his back, and he's the center of my life. And we talk. The older he gets, the closer we become. Because he's starting to see things, and he's seeing that I just wasn't like on with rules and stuff. Like, it's consequences for stuff you do. So I adore my son, and I'm grateful for him, and he makes me want to be a better man. He makes me humble myself, and he makes me think about my steps. Like, all right, if I do this, this potentially can happen, so I shouldn't do that. I'm grateful for him. He made a man out of me, for sure.
Salute to you. That's the same thing you told me about Apache one day, and I asked you. I only came to you like, bro, can you teach me about Apache? And you said I have to get back to you. And I don't know how heavy that question was because I really was waiting for that answer.
He was the realest. He was the realest, probably top 5 realest guys I ever had the pleasure of spending time with in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, if you said something, you had to stand on it. As a man, you got to be held accountable for your statements. And if you give your word, that's your bond. You know what I mean? He taught me that early. We saw Nas. It was Puerto Rican Day Parade. I had to be 17 or 18 years old. And I was starstruck. I was like, oh shit, that's Nas right there. And he's like, so? He's like, you drift. You about to go to Quad Studios and record. Like, what the fuck? I was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But he was right. He's like, Nas is a man like I am. If I work hard, I can, possibly come close to, Nas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just love that dude, and I miss him. I think about him daily. I definitely miss that guy.
For how I built Heritage Hip Hop, right? And like I said, I always say big up to Big Snuff, big up to Gov Matic. And now the names are going on now.
And Gov Matic, for sure.
Yeah, you got Chief Boogie who's passed away.
That's my friend. Love Chief.
Yeah, Nam Myers passed away. Fatal Hussein passed away.
For sure.
We had so many people from Jersey who passed away, and I feel like no one's really telling their story the way it should be told. And the one thing I was robbed of, I have Apache's first album, but that's all I have of Apache. Yeah. I have a Rap City interview, I have that, but the essence of his growth and his manhood was never fully captured because everybody will remember him for Gangsta Bitch.
And so much more than that. Yeah.
Right. And that's why I think as a person who does hip hop, I want y'all to understand how important y'all are to us as people who look for strength and character in our communities, while people don't know the doctor, the lawyer, the drug dealer, the athlete, and the rapper.
Yeah.
And sometimes those lines cross. I want to ask you this. You said you want your son to look at you as Superman, but so many other people were looking at you as Superman. That's why they tested you so much. What did being Superman teach you about you?
It taught me what it taught Spider-Man. with great power comes great responsibility, Word. And I just learned, like, I can't really be mad at people, how they respond to me, that, because people are dealing with a lot. And then here I come, I got all these capabilities. So people think it came easy. Like, they don't know how much I suffered and how much I struggled and how much heartbreak and how much setback I dealt with. They don't know it. They just know I'm standing in front of them. Mm-hmm. So, I get it. And I no longer harbor so much ill will towards people, you know what I mean? Because it's like everybody's going through something and some handle it better than others,
Yeah. But your superpower is not predicated on what you do, is what you love and what you protect. You are a family man 100% before you are anything else.
Absolutely.
Like I say, how much you give respect to your parents,
Yes.
how much you love your son, how much you represent and love your sisters.
Yeah.
And I've talked to you about, you have a sister, her name is Nina Bobby when she
Yeah.
rhymes.
Yes,
Nina
sir.
Bobby is incredible. First and foremost, salute
Thank
to
you.
Nina Bobby. And
Shout out to Bobby.
I was asking, was y'all going to do a mixtape together? Because y'all flow so good together. It's like y'all could beat up a whole bunch of these niggas out here right now who think they can rap and they can't. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that she still has her business with the hair.
Yeah.
Well, salute everybody. Make sure if you need your hair done, go see a real one who does real
Studio
business.
5 in Montclair, please. 158 Bloomfield Avenue, Montclair.
All right. So the song that y'all got, I'm Real, right?
Yes.
I played that song for one of my friends, and my friend lost his shit. He's like, yo, who the fuck? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? And you have another. Molly is a relative of yours?
Yeah, that's my cousin Molly. Yeah. I love her. I love her. God, I love her.
Yeah, my friend's in love with Molly. He said Molly's
I love her, man.
ever.
I love that girl with all my heart. My God, yeah.
Yeah, salute to Molly.
Molly
is somebody I want to hear a lot of.
You will.
I'll be real with you.
Nah, you will.
All right, that's great. Because one thing about talent is when you're around talent rubs off,
yes,
and
sir.
it can inspire. So,
yes, sir.
So did they inspire you, or did you inspire them when it came to music?
You probably the illest. You probably the illest interview. I don't even know what they call it, journalists. You probably the illest journalist ever. We inspire each other. You know what I mean? I taught both of them how to rap, but they outshine me consistently. You know what I'm saying? So we inspire each other. I know that they're potentially going to watch me on every song we do. So it makes me go deeper into, you know what I'm saying, my core. And let me give them some slick shit, because I'm still Mr. Miyagi. You know what I mean? So,
all right. I respect that. Shout out to everybody in the room checking in on YouTube. Hit that like button and make sure you smash the share button so everybody can get up in here. You know what I'm saying? This is a classic interview. We want everybody to come join us to celebrate Drift tonight. You know what I'm saying? To get back to to what you just said though about inspiration and them potentially watching you on the track, what you think they give when it comes to the track as far as barring you up, I think you give them when it comes to style. Because Drift on the microphone is one of the smoothest. Look, I'll put it like this: you're like I said, you're like a patient bully on a microphone. Like you don't go over aggressive. But your flow is so hitman that it's going to get you one way or the other. You just got to wait to get got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How did you perfect that? And was that your original style from when you first started?
Nah, I liken my style to Floyd Mayweather. When he first came in, he was Pretty Boy Floyd, and he was vicious, and he was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Now, as he matured and got more seasoned, he turned into Money Mayweather. So he will finesse you, he will lull you to sleep, then rock your shit. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna school you, he's gonna embarrass you. And that comes with age and wisdom and maturity. So I think I'm in that phase. You know, I no longer have to be ranting and raving. I used to do that heavy. Like even on Freestyle Friday, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I was ferocious because I was hungry. I didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, you know, I've been blessed with so much. So it's just like, you know, I'm more seasoned, so I'm more comfortable and I'm more confident, and I don't have to do what I used to do in order to be noticed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask you a dumbass question just to show you,
show
you something bug out. No, that's a dumbass question. I'm gonna ask you this: when you see yourself as Drift, the man, you're one person, but when you see yourself as Drift, the MC, you're another person.
Yeah, for sure.
If Drift the MC ever met Drift the man, what would the conversation they had would be between them two that the world doesn't know?
That's not a dumb question, because the man is Kojo. You know what I'm saying? My birth name, the guy I was born as. Drift only come out when it's time to rap. You know, Drift is very he's borderline arrogant. He's a troublesome guy. Kojo is the businessman. You know what I mean? I want to show everybody I'm an asset, and not only do I bring stuff to the table, sometimes I bring the whole table. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different. Drift only come out when we need him. You know, and that's for studio. That's the only time we need that nigga. Because if he stay around too long, we gonna be in some shit. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the people who like to start shit I like to be around the most. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the people who start shit the most are some of the most intelligent people that the world sleeps on and fucks with the most.
Big facts.
I think the most skilled drug dealer could be a Fortune 100 millionaire that quick.
Look at Jay-Z.
I think the person who likes to fight could be one of the best schoolers of young men on how to protect themselves, especially against the law and about people who hate.
By all means.
But here's the thing most people don't give credit to when it comes to the MC. The MC, not rapper, because fuck y'all rappers, y'all corny. Yeah. But the MC is the continuance of Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, and today's generation, Kevin Powell, Reza Islam. Y'all are all in that same range because while people don't care to think you're intelligent, you hold the world and a lifetime worth of knowledge in your experience. In the Bible, it said that when Jesus, I don't know if you believe in Christ and all that, but the 12 disciples, it said those were unlearned men who knew the oracles of God, were the men who were trained by the law, could not even tell you who God was.
Crazy.
So life experience has been, we call it the school of hard knocks. It has been one of the main courses in school that most people would have got an F in, but the people in the street were able to teach because the experience taught them how to live life and survive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did survival make your MC marksmanship that much sharper on every line that you spit rather than somebody who's happy to rhyme in the booth?
So what do journalists get? Emmy Awards? What do they get? What do journalists get?
I don't know.
You need one, whatever. Survival. Survival, it just makes you it makes you like, I won't say ruthless, but it makes you no nonsense and you prepared at all times, you know? And I definitely bring that into the music. For me, like I know, you know, black man, we are endangered species. We're a target, you know? So I'm always ready. Every time I walk out that door, my goal is to come back home in one piece, you know, and do whatever it takes to come back home. So, you know, I bring that energy into the music, you know, like I don't play no games. I rap like this is the last chance I got, so I better get busy. And, you know, every day could be a last. So, you know, that's the energy I carry with me at all times and every facet of my life.
You know what's dope about us as men though, especially black men? You ever notice that black men we love the villains more than we love the heroes?
I always, even as a child, I rooted for the villains, the heels in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I did.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute too.
Yeah.
But like me, I was a villain type dude. So when Transformers came on, Soundwave was my man. Take the cassettes, he had his own army with him. That's volumes to me.
Galvatron was my guy too.
See what I'm talking about? You like the guy who was crazy.
Yeah.
I like Soundwave, I like Skeletor, I like Cobra Commander. You know what I'm saying? I like the guys who, even though they took their bumps and bruises, they showed more integrity because not only did they came back, but they had to devise the plan to push the hero to his limit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what makes Negan on The Walking Dead so intriguing.
You know that's my guy.
Exactly.
That's my guy.
Let me ask you something. Who's Negan, or why is Drift a Negan fan?
Because Negan is Negan believes in structure. He believes in order. And if you disrupt that order, he will make an example out of you. So the next person don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? He stands on his word. He doesn't waver. There's no compromising and there's no peace talk. This is what it is, and you accept it or you don't. And if you don't accept it, you're gonna have fucking problems. That's why I love Negan.
You know what? On a mainstream comic, are you into comic books at all? You like that stuff?
Absolutely. I'm a creator now. I'm a published comic book artist. You know what I mean? Toast to that.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute too.
Mm-hmm.
But are you familiar with the Green Lanterns?
Yeah, by all means, yes.
You know about the lantern, all the colors of the lanterns and all that?
Green, yeah. Yellow is for fear. Black rejuvenates the dead. Yeah.
What color are you?
I'm green. I'm a Green Lantern.
You're a Green Lantern?
Yeah, I'm a Green Lantern.
I beg to differ.
Why is that? What am I?
All of them. Let me break it down for you. Everybody who doesn't know, the Green Lantern, the colors of the rainbow is the spectrum of emotions. So green is hope, red is rage, yellow is fear. We got violet, which is love. We had orange, which is greed. We had white, which is life. Black, which is death. We have gray, or the rainbow that has all of them. I think I missed one. Blue is hope, and violet is compassion. Right. I think on your best album, you've hit every color of that spectrum. Let me explain to you. Green is willpower.
Green is willpower, yeah.
When did you ever feel you couldn't rhyme?
Never.
See, that's your will. Fear. How many people could come on the mic behind you and equal you on a track?
I mean, it's something. It's happening. It's happening on this album.
But guess what? Fear is about structure and making sure everything falls in line. That's what you said, right? Rage. Who's going to stop you from getting your goal?
Nobody.
So goddamn the person in the mirror, because that's the only competition you got.
By all means. And that the man in the mirror wants me to be the best I could be, like the army. So
quote Sticky Fingers, only nigga that could kill me is the nigga in my mirror.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
But then my favorite lanterns are the hope lanterns. And that's blue.
The blue lanterns, yeah.
Because without hope, how do we ever raise the bar to be our best selves or better selves the next day after we got rid of the old day? Think about that, right? Then you got greed. Who's going to outstunt you when it's time for you to do what you got to do?
Nobody.
All right, so we got that. Now we're not going to go through every lantern for everybody. Yeah. But the reason why I said those main things is because on your new project, those are the emotions that come through the most, because you're giving homage, you're paying tribute, you're going to the depths of your soul, and you're bringing new listeners in because you raised the bar on the man that you was on the mic before.
I should have bought you one of these. I should have bought you one of these. It's real talk.
That's why I fuck with your music, because there's people, like I said, I've been saying this for a couple interviews now. It makes more sense to me now as I mature even more. Is when Jay Electronica says how people are talking. He's like, I don't feel you. Your energy's not familiar.
Yeah, yep.
Biggie said that too. And the thing about that is, when you finally feel a person's energy, besides doing this to a beat and saying, yo, that shit hot, when you actually feel the essence of the song, there's a lot of people who rhyme, who, like Chuck D said, rhyme for the sake of riddling, but they're not rhyming for the sake of reality and teaching the lesson.
Come on.
What's the most important lesson you had to learn to make your music better?
Most important lesson was just to be yourself, don't follow the trends. I found myself following every trend initially, you know what I'm saying? I won't say I did the crunk shit, but Atlanta had the game in a smash, I want to say, from 2000 on. And I found myself making them type of double time records, and I was like, it just ain't feel good. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like your strength is your bars. So why the fuck are you dumbing down? And, I made a lot of mistakes, and I listened to this new stuff and I'm like, I get goosebumps listening to it. Like, I never listened to my music, and I listened to this project since it was completed, like every day, and I don't even want to deviate from listening to something else, So it was like, I just had to be myself, and I definitely lost confidence for quite some time.
You lost confidence?
Absolutely.
Tell me about losing confidence and how that happened, because I'm a little confused there.
No, just my music, it wasn't connecting. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was just, it had no personality. I'm just doing what they was doing, the kids was doing, try to stay in the mix. And then that in turn, that ages you more when you're trying to be like the kids when they following what we did. So why am I trying to go backwards? And, it's just a lot of poor judgment on my behalf.
You know what really fucks with me though? When there's people who I really enjoy, I have dream tracks of them. And I said it before, I wish if I could come out with a heritage hip hop album, I want you on my first single.
That's crazy.
I want you and Reek to remake "I Ain't No Joke" by Rakim with Stan Ipkiss on the beat.
Mm.
I had a dream about that video. That's
Oh
what
wow.
came to me. Like I dream, eat, sleep, smell hip hop all the time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I know you do.
And it even reverberates through my soul. And there's certain lines and things that you said that made me go, Drift is outside of his body, but inside of his realm at the same time. What does that mean to you?
Damn. That's crazy. I don't know. I think to me that means I'm vibrating at my highest self, you know, and I never did before. I never did until this project, you know. Unfortunately, I had to lose what meant the world to me to find who I was, you know what I mean, as an artist. Well, excuse me, an artiste. I'm not an artist, I'm an artiste. But I had to lose, you know, my baby in order for me to embrace who I am and, you know, see the lessons that life was trying to teach me and no longer ignoring the flags that I've been seeing all the time. You know, it's crazy. So I agree with your statement, 1,000%.
Before we move on, I like to take this time to acknowledge the person that you're talking about and just say that the Bible says that love lives past the grave and that the grave is only a door. Yep. And that it's how we honor the people who don't walk with us physically, that walk with us spiritually, and what we do, what we say, and how we show the world their spirit.
Absolutely.
So as physically the person is not here with you, spiritually they talk to you and walk with you every day. So salute to her and may she forever live on. May she forever live on in many lives and lifetimes.
Yes, sir.
But another thing that makes me really mess with somebody is when, like, if I can hear you or your voice with one of my favorite artists, I think that's what really makes me go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
In my dream hip hop scenario, I would love to hear you fuck with 8 Ball and MJG.
I like them. I respect them.
You know what I mean? I love 8 Ball and MJG.
MJG is lethal. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And I was doing a versus battle on Facebook. It was Outkast, I think, versus 8 Ball and MJG, and I had 8 Ball and MJG. And I mean, playlist for playlist. When I think about you, I think about 8 Ball was the smooth big guy who told it like it was.
Yeah.
MJG, that's pimp tight.
Yeah.
Roll with it. He roll with it, but he still tell you like it is.
Yeah.
But you are the cross between that and like a Mace. You're very Harlem in your delivery.
I love Mace.
If you were signed by Harlem World and Bad Boy back in the day, I think
taken off.
I think you would have overtook Loon, and Loon was that hot nigga for me.
Yeah, I love Loon too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Them are my guys. And like when I think of fly shit in rap, I think about them too. You know? Yeah, I think about them too.
Let's go. Let's transition into the body of work that you put out. What My Soul Sounds Like, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you premiered What My Soul Sounds Like on Facebook as a listening session.
Yeah, I did.
And God blessed me that night while I was able to actually just have a night where I could sit back
and listen to it.
And I listened to a little bit I heard. I was like, oh, he on here flipping on this one. I like it. You know what I'm saying? And it was different from what I expected, because when somebody does the same routine, it's like, okay, I respect it. But this one hit a little different. And we just brought your producer on to talk about his contribution to the
I was wondering why the screen got smaller. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
The Bifrost opened.
The Bifrost opened?
Yo,
that's what happened. The Bifrost opened.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself,
Hey man, listen, you know who it is. It's Stress, aka Mr. I'm Him, you know, aka the leader, the one of the Bifrost holders. You know what I mean? What's happening? What's going on, world?
Hey, so before Drift, I want you to just sit back and enjoy this, because now we're going to give you your flowers.
Oh, that's love and respect.
Everybody that's watching Heritage Hip Hop right now on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button and you share, because
like and share that, man.
We need the algorithm to hit big, because we're celebrating one of our own. And before I let Stress talk, everybody look at me. I'm looking at y'all right now. Everybody who says Jersey don't support you full of shit. And everybody who has a media platform and you're not hitting their media platform, you're full of shit if you think they don't support because you're not making yourself known. We are here to support you. The only thing
boy got the elixir
is you. So
I don't play by my elixir, you heard.
We have one of our best.
I was off mine last night. You know that.
Hey, Stress, let me ask you a couple questions.
All right, I'm gonna give you a couple answers.
You're the man behind the boards when it came to this project. Did you oversee this project or did you just supply the sound to this project?
I can tell you when it came to doing it, bro hit me and said, yo, I got an idea for this. Mm-hmm. And all I did was bring it to life. Like, he was the main one in charge because he knew what sound he was going for. He just depended on me for that sound.
Right. Okay.
So, excuse me. So when he asked me for the sound, it was like, all right, well, just drift. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like one of the niggas, like, you, like, I tell people this to this day, and I told him this in his face, like, in the front of the masses. Like, I watched this nigga growing up.
Right.
Like, Drift is known for that slick talk, punch you in your face music, but he talked that fly shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So he knows the vision of his music and what he want to do. Yeah. So when he say something to you, he like, yo, bro, call me any time of the night. He'll tell you this. Yo, it'll be like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Yo, my bad, bro. I don't know if you sleep, but yo, this right here, I need da 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 da. And
my bad.
And nah. I ain't even no problem. You know, this regular. We stuck. You know, we stuck.
We do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, here, hit me. Yo, bro, I need this, da da da. I'm like, all right, bet. And I turn around and give it to him that same night because he asked me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people got to understand, man, you looking at a living legend, bro, like that put on for the state of Jersey. Besides his city, he put on for the state of New Jersey. So y'all got to like really understand that. Like, and a lot of y'all shrimps out there be hating on niggas. Like, you feel me? Like, and it's whack.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
They be chips. Niggas is chips.
Wait. I want to go back. I want to go back to something you just said.
What's happening?
I want to go back to something you just said.
What's happening?
Hey, Drift, I need you to pay attention to this question and let him answer.
Yeah.
A lot of people get mad at the word legend because a lot of people say if you're not a legend if you can't go off your block. And a lot of people claim legend who's not known outside their city. Mm. But Drift is known outside the city, and he's been outside the state and represented. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that fucks New Jersey artists up is that we've been locked out the game, or the game has been taken from us. So says Nori or Drink Champs and others. Mm. The game has been locked, closed door to Jersey. That when we call people legends in the state of Jersey, people like raise the eye, like legends for real. Besides, the main people they talk about. What makes Drift a legend to you, and what makes him legendary to the point where a legend is already lived, but a legendary person is a person who achieves and keeps going? How does he fulfill that to you?
He fulfills that to me because at the end of the day, let's take it back before the platforms and the heritage hip hops and all the other, media outlets. There was only Brooks Castle coming on TV. Mm. Like, he was coming from East Orange to niggas recording freestyles and all that in kitchens and little booty ass like studio lobbies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he emerged from the gutter to 4 record deals, bro. Mm. And still persevered and stayed like relevant with everything.
Right.
And his music elevated each year, bro. Like I'm telling you, I watched this guy from me being a little snot-nosed kid, you know what I mean, from Midgard. You know what I mean? watching my boy go all the way from the bottom up and then getting the chance to meet him at a studio and he's still working. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a living legend to me. He's legendary. He's a living legend that's legendary. You get what I'm saying? Mm. Put all them L's together. Like, that's real rap. Like, name another person that's by themselves, funding theirself in order to get where they at. It's not a lot of rappers
Good
that's
point.
doing that by themselves.
Good point. So, as a person, you said you watch Drift. What's your favorite Drift track? How did Drift inspire your beat and your pen?
A lot of people don't know me and Drift. Our favorite rapper is Mace. So when I gravitated towards Drift because he was the sound that I was hearing from the big name Mace in Harlem. Like, but Drift was a person I could go to East Orange Block and tap him on the shoulder and be like, oh, this you. You get what I'm saying? Like, the song was, bro, I can't even lie to you, but I'm gonna tell you, it was a freestyle. It wasn't a song.
Okay.
He did a freestyle back in the day on Rook's Castle with him and C Black that I spoke about the last, like probably almost towards the end, well, very last to the end and closing up on the album when me, him, and C Black was all right there in the studio. It was I can't remember it word for word because I was a mere mortal back then, little small guy. You know what I mean? I can't remember all the words, but Drift was talking. This one Drift had hair, so now y'all know I was really serious. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was serious. Bro had hair, so and he was wigging. He was wigging, and it's like I gravitated towards Drift. My man gravitated towards C Black. And every Friday, bro, if the shit didn't repeat itself, I had it recorded, and me and my man used to watch that shit. And I used to know that freestyle by the back of my head.
Okay.
Now, every song that's on the album is my favorite, except for one, and me and bro know we talked about that.
Hey, yo, get this nigga off the camera, man.
It's just no. All positive vibes from me. All positive vibes from me.
Get this nigga out of here, man.
All right, so now I got a question.
Matter of fact, but real quick.
Hey, yo, chill out, nigga.
No, to answer your question though remotely, my favorite verse from Drift now is a verse that he did on Forever Myrick's song called Mag 7.
Okay.
His verse on that made me say, yeah, me and him gonna talk outside. And we sure did. That nigga said, what you say? You said, your coward haters he's like start them out into my Maury Gators like yo, you was wigging, bro. First off, fuck you click and you start wigging. He turned into he was Kojo Pop that night.
Yeah.
He was wild that night.
This nigga is so stupid, yeah.
And so real. Real.
Yeah, well for sure. That's why I fuck with bro. And he don't bite his tongue. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna whoop niggas if they got something. So let me go back to positive.
Oh yeah. Yo,
I'm sorry. The elixir kicked in. You heard?
So
yes, sir.
The reason why
drink from Kitchen Stories.
Oh, my bad. Alexa, cut off.
What's that?
Tell Alexa to behave herself in this place.
The Bifrost is on. Chill out.
Yeah, tell her to behave herself.
She did. My bad, partner. You know, see, when you speak Drift, the shit was about to cut Drift on in the house.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry. But what you were saying, Correct? My bad, bro.
I better get some sponsorship from Marvel with this Bifrost stuff on.
Oh, he knows about the Bifrost.
Yeah, see?
He's aware of the Bifrost.
Hey, that means. Oh, hold on. I smell a little Asgard going on.
It's Asgard. Look. This elixir from Asgard. This elixir from Asgard.
You see the Bifrost inside the bottle.
Bifrost been open. You heard?
There you go.
But nah, Correct. What's happening though, bro?
I'm sorry, bro.
You know what's important about the timing of this interview? March 1st, the Biggie documentary dropped.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And if you listen closely to the Biggie documentary, I think it was some shady shit said on there, but that's just me. I got to do some research on that, and I don't want to say nothing that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Right.
But the one thing that I did notice that was said in there was how when Puff was first grooming Biggie to be put on, it was the Uptown sound.
Yeah.
Now, for all of us who know the history of New York hip hop, especially from the East Coast, Uptown RCA was one of the hottest labels of all.
By all means.
Yeah.
All means.
Yeah. Super Cat, Mary J. Blige,
Jeff Red,
Father MC,
Jeff Red.
Yeah.
I mean, keep going. It's too many.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, it's too many.
C, you heard? Heavy D. Heavy Dilly D.
Andre Harrell and Sean Combs built a masterpiece of a label.
Yes, sir.
At that time.
Yeah.
And even in the era of New Jack Swing, it was smooth party music.
Which is my favorite music, by the
simple.
way. New Jack Swing. I'm sorry, that's my favorite.
That's where I'm going with this. I'm glad you caught on to that.
Yeah.
It was that era that the Fly MC really got the chance to come back since people slept on LL and tried to push him to the back.
Karev is so fucking dope, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he just don't be asking questions. Like, he's fully aware of the entire energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he give you a backstory.
He knows what time it is, bro. I'm sorry. Continue. Forgive me.
So with your album coming out, if people really love that era, this is the album for that era.
In fact, I gotta walk away from the camera at this point because you said everything I'm supposed to say. You said everything I was supposed to say. Listen, the entire project is based on that era of music. It's based on Uptown Records and it's based on Bad Boy Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's based on the melody of the beat. It's based on fly chorus and slick rap. That's all I do. You know what I mean? And I deviated from that for a long time, and that's why I had no traction, and that's why my buzz was dying at a rapid pace. Now, when I humble myself, I go back to the essence, you know, and what made me love the music, and then, you know, we on our way. So it's just a blessing, and that music is sorely missed. When I hear the new stuff, there's no disrespect to no artist whatsoever. You know, it don't make the hair on my arm stand up. You know what I'm saying? When I used to hear that Bad Boy shit, I heard a remix today, SWV, with Puff Daddy rapping on it on 10 Crack Commandments beat. That shit was so fucking fly. I'm like, God damn it. I can't wait to get back in the studio. You know what I mean? So we could do some stuff like that.
Yeah,
and,
that's what our soul sounds like.
That's what our soul sound like. That's why I entitled the album What My Soul Sound Like. So like my soul, it sound like mid-90s R&B and hip hop. That's what it sounds like. So that's why I entitled the project that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of shocked, and that's why I wanted to talk to y'all about the sound, especially after seeing that documentary. It made me hone in on this project more because who else could bring back the essence of Chucky Booker with smooth rhymes?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I gotta send Karev a gift pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he did his due diligence. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, he did.
So I want to jump into some of these tracks right now because
please let's do that.
Because I think we set the audience up long enough. Everybody out there watching, please hit the like button and the share. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat and let me know. Shout out to Chicago Clothing. We got that on right now. Chicago Clothing.
You want to know how me and Drift met?
Talk about it.
So they tell them quick so we can get to the tracks.
We're gonna get to the fly shit. Me and Drift met at Double M Studio on North 7th Street.
Okay.
Drift was inside the studio with it was Drift, Tretch, and a couple other people. I seen Tretch, I knew you know Tretch. Tretch used to be at my people's house on 15th Street all the time. I walked by Tretch and walked right to Drift and said, yo, Drift, yo, bro, I've been a fan of yours since Rook's Castle. That was my first words to him. And he said, yo, I'm humble, bro. I appreciate that. I was like, bro, I would love to work with you. Drift gave me his number that way and said, yo, keep in touch with me. Been stuck ever since. Ever since. And it's been it's been honestly about 6 years, bro. I can count about 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
All right. So let's start diving in.
Yeah, please.
Why was it important to start the album with Forever Myrick?
Forever Myrick, that he's one of the most supportive and just good-natured people in my whole life for the past. I know him since I say late 90s or early millennium, and he's always been sincere. You know what I'm saying? And the music, I've encountered a lot of people who want something from me. Like when my phone rings, it's normally what I can do for somebody. It's not what they can do for me. And when he calls me, it's like, yo, bro, I did this for you. It's like, it's just the kindness and the genuine love he has. Like anything I got going on, he has to be a part of it. So that's why I'm like, yo, kick the shit off for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely love Forever Myrick.
Isn't Forever Myrick a former group member of yours?
No, he's not. But we our families are tied together.
Okay.
You understand? So we have a lot of deep family ties, which I was unaware of until recent. But he's family for sure. You know what I mean?
Okay. New Jack Swing is your favorite type of music, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
So with New Jack Swing music, it's tempo driven.
Yeah.
And the tempo on this album is the heartbeat of the album, actually. When you give two different distinctive sounds of the album. You give 90s hip hop R&B sound, but you also give 2000s in your face broad stroke hip hop. Stress, when you were putting the sounds together, how did you make sure the beats matched his intensity and kept the bounce to it so that the listener not only grooved to it, but they heard the impact of the punch of his rhymes?
I studied Drift. I know what he rap. I know what he rap like. I know how he rap, and I know the point that he wanted to get across. So when you know you listen to Drift, it's like you're gonna hear something. So why not, you know what I mean, coordinate that with some fly shit. You get what I'm saying? And something that's gonna match him. You know what I mean? So it's like everything, like, and to keep everything in the perspective of the whole process, you know what I mean, of working with him, it's like the music, it's like he basically wanted to do the music that he liked to listen to. So he gave me ideas of the stuff he liked to listen to. All I did was take his ideas and turn it into a reality for him. Like, you know what I mean? Drift already,
basically,
his voice already commands.
That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? I told him, like, listen, bro, I need this. Can you do that? And he's like, can I do it? You know what I mean? And then he pulled it up. So I had the ideas, and then what I would try to do is I would try to flesh it out. You know, I can't play any instruments, but I know what I want to hear, and I know the sound I'm looking for. So Stress definitely provided that shit, like, with flying colors. You know what I mean?
But Stress, to be a master, not only do you have to have the ear, you also have to have the practice and the know-how to contribute a sound and to make a sound as well. What you made for him is a total 180 from what you do for yourself. So how did you go into your creative bubble for Drift and take yourself out of your own bubble to make sure you captured him?
That's my wave too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, what I do is like, I like fly shit too. And early 90s, 2000s, that was that fly work. That was that shit. Like, you know, the Chucky Bookers, the Frankie Beverly and Mays, you know what I'm saying? Like the Diddy's, everybody, all that, they all coincide with each other. Like, and that's what started me to, like I said, really writing back in the day. And then to me making the beats. Like, this goes back to the same interview we had when you first met me. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, Drift basically is an older version of me.
That's very interesting. Because
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it like, you know what I mean, like he's Father Time or something. Like, you know what
I
mean?
Nigga.
You know what I mean? No Beijing. It's no Beijing.
Right, no Beijing. Listen. No Beijing. Look at this shit. This shit is real.
Like, that's why like Drift is like the older version of me, because at the end of the day, Drift get down how I get down. Like, you want punchlines and hard bars, Drift can do that. You want that fly shit, Drift could do that. You want that soulful shit, Drift could do that. Now flip it around to me. I do the same thing. I just know how to make it and put a masterpiece together. The same way he know how to get right and stroke with the brush on that canvas, I do the same thing with my beats.
Yeah.
That's how I got him. That's my brother. I definitely like.
Definitely my brother.
I'm not going to give my brother something I won't give for myself.
Definitely my brother.
But you know what?
I just got that ear, Karel. I'm like the fat Quincy Jones, bro.
The fat Quincy Jones. Moving on. I'm not touching that.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not touching that.
Quincy had ear and so much music, bro. Come on, bro. I got an ear for my brother, man. That's all.
So then let me ask y'all this question, because there was one sound that y'all could have created and destroyed a whole nother set of ears that y'all didn't. And it took for G-Eazy and Chris Brown to do it, and they did it wrong to me.
You talking about Return of the Damn Mac?
Yes.
Listen, that shit was on my brain so bad. I'm like, yo, but it's like niggas soiled that shit so many times. You know what I mean? They soiled it.
Exactly.
Now, listen, for the next project, we doing that, man. You heard?
All right.
Tune it up. Let's go.
But the
you know
thing is,
what you want to know what's crazy, Karev?
tell me.
That song, Chips, by far, that song is Chips. Because
which one? You talking about the original? The original one is
no.
Oh.
I know my brother drilled that in my head, but I'm talking about far as the rendition of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With G, like when you hear it, it sounds so watery now. Like they didn't find that. Like
we mix it
when it comes to like, you know, I call it the elixir remixes. You know what I mean? Because when we off the elixir, we make
this is elixir right
here. So when you know when I'm doing a rendition of something or remaking something, I look for the parts that stand out, or I go right to the parts that nobody did. To where when you hear it, you be like, yo, that's that. What you call right there, right? Like what? What is it? If they can't tell me what it is, I know I did my job.
Yeah.
But when you want something that's like right there in your face,
that
like
one we gotta touch it. Because that's the sound right there. You know what I'm saying?
Like like when we did Strawberry Letter, nobody thought, like, everybody just think about dun, 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 and then that's it. Nobody listens to the instrumental that plays right after that. That's why it came out such a classic.
Rev, talk to me.
Yeah,
bro.
We waiting on you, Rev. We here.
Talk to me.
We had a family issue in the background. Sorry for that.
No.
Right.
Shout out to the family. Shout out to the children, you heard?
Yeah. So when it comes to Return of the Mac, though, because of Drift's skill set, if you had a DJ that would put scratches in it and you caught it at the right time, that's how you bring that song back, because that song is so hip hop that they took the hip hop out of it. And that's your gift, is putting the hip hop in. And here's one example of how y'all did that. One of my favorite tracks on the album is Punch in the Face.
Mine as well.
Now look. Whenever you get on the track with the old 50 boy, shout out to old 50, by the way.
Shout out to the guys, you heard?
When you get to a track with old 50, you gotta bring something eloquent yet different. When you talk about Prince Op, salute.
Shout out Prince Op, you heard?
You're talking about somebody who masters flow play, not wordplay.
Yeah.
Because of how he uses his voice. When you rhyme with Trilla, you're rapping with somebody who's just straightforward. He's like a bull. He's gonna rhyme and just go right through the track.
Shout out to True, my nigga, you heard?
Then even when you study the track, Molly's on there too, right?
Yeah, Molly's on there.
Once again, my man loves Molly. He tells me all the time, Molly, yo, I want to see Molly.
Yo, Molly is my favorite MVP.
Let him finish the question.
MVP.
Yeah.
So when you have a track that's structured that way, that beat is so well played because it gives the MCs that much more freeway or leeway to run free on it and be themselves.
Yeah.
Drift, let me ask you this. What did they bring to the track that made you rap the way you did on that track and give it just enough to let them shine, but not take away from the track itself?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I did the song initially and it was just me and Molly on it. You know what I mean? But me and the guys, we were doing a song together, and I was like, yo, let me bring them on my shit too. You know what I mean? Because anytime Prince Ock do a project, he always involved me. He includes me. So I'm like, let me include him on this shit. And then Prince Ock, he fly. You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, let him get on this song. This song fly shit. Let him get on this. And then me and True, we've been supposed to work together. You know, I just felt like it was the perfect opportunity. So that song was important to me, very important. I like, let me put him on that. You know, so it was done initially. Like I just added them on there at the end because it was initially Molly on the hook, but it didn't give me the feeling I was looking for. So I brought True in, and True nailed that shit.
That's the thing that puzzles me about this project with you rhyming and projects where people bring you on it, because your flow on this album had to be more you than anything else, because your verse on Carl Kanai and your voice on Heaven 9/11 was totally different than what you did on this album.
Yeah, for sure.
So being that Stress did not produce those tracks and he filtered this album, how were you able to connect the person who's the guest MC to the person who's the main MC and hit that equilibrium that whenever you're on the track, it's you, and people don't deny that it's you whenever you're on somebody else's music, on somebody else's work?
I would say, because I got like a signature sound, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a signature flow. So oh, this is a drift song right here. You know what I mean? When I get on their stuff, it's whatever they got for me. And then I do my best to adapt my style to that. But when I do mine, it's unapologetically me. So it's like, it's just like getting dressed in the morning. I just put my shit on, let's go. So that's the same energy with the records.
Stress, let me ask you something. With so many features on this album, and shout out to Drift because he does not need features, but
facts.
With so many features on the album, who gave Drift the most work on this album to step his game up on the song?
Molly.
You know who to say, nigga. You know who it was. Molly. Molly.
Like, and listen now, and I'm saying that wholeheartedly because on this album you got Stomp, Molly,
Stomp.
got Sis on there,
Bobby on there.
I'm on there.
That's when Stupid on that.
Then the old 50 boys, they on there. It's like Molly every time, bro.
Molly showed out.
Every session that I was in where Molly was on the song, all Drift could do was diddy bop around the studio. You know what I mean? Because like she did her thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like that.
I hate this nigga, man.
It was like that proud moment, like, yo, yeah, cuz you she whooped ass on every song.
Every track whooped ass. You heard?
Every song is Molly, bro.
Dangerous. Molly is.
She's certified.
She's dangerous.
I actually want to interview with Molly, but I don't even have a project with her. I just have guest features.
No, you will, sir. You will soon. We're working on it as we speak.
All right, but I have a project's worth of questions for her because I want to ask y'all this.
What's up?
A female is the best. A female is the best kept secret and the most dangerous weapon a man can have on his album.
Hell yeah.
A female does a hook, a female bars, or a female is a voiceover. I think Molly's verse on Marvelous really fucked the game up a lot.
She went so dumb on that shit. She went so, and her nephew had just passed, you know what I'm saying, at the time. And she, like, me and her suffered tragedies back to back, you know, and Molly's my everything, you know what I mean? So for her to deal with that, and it's just, I love that kid, man. And she poured her pain into the bars, and she went crazy. At first, she was complaining about the tempo, and I just overlooked that shit. I'm like, my friend, get the fuck out of here. You rapping on this shit. And she murked it, you know?
Yeah, she did. When what I love about Molly, bro, is the confidence and the preparation. Like, you'll see her sit there for like 5-6 minutes. Then she be like, all right, let me go in here.
Be quiet. You think she's
quiet. Then she walk in there. You don't know what the fuck about to come out of her mouth, bro. But you know it's gonna be fire. Molly makes sure she give it to you every time, bro. Every time, bro. Like, why you think I went first on Marvelous?
Tell me why, Mr. Punchline.
For one, Drift tried to call me out in the studio. He said, yo, Stretch, you got a verse? I said, yeah. All right, who can go first? I said, I'll go first. He said, you sure you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. Like, it was nothing.
I do that to everybody. You don't feel no way.
And I liked it. I like that type of shit. So that's why I laid my verse. And then to have such a hitter like Molly come right after me, crazy, bro. Crazy.
So I sent her the link, so she might pop on. I don't know. You heard?
Okay, that's fine.
Who have you heard? Yeah.
That's
so let's continue while she's you know what I mean? Figuring out whether she wants to jump on or not.
Bro, she was the MVP of this project, bro.
She was hands down,
bro.
Hands down.
She was the Scottie Pippen to the Jordan, man. She held them up in the flu game.
Word.
And Stress was Tony Kukoc.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the bench. All
Y'all crazy, yo. All right,
Hey,
all
bro,
right.
this is us. This is us.
This is all we do.
In the studio. This is us.
Hey, that's what's up. Look, I'm glad to be a part of the magic.
Word, bro.
But the heart of the project, from Mean Lady skit to Say It Back to Treat You Right, really talks about who Drift is, though. Because what we talked about earlier, Drift, it is the envy of other men that sets the bar to how you measure your greatness.
Word, sir.
And Drift could do bars about real life. He could do bars for the ladies, but he could do bars about how the ladies love him. But you better be careful because while they love me, I'm also that nigga too.
Yeah.
On God.
Why for you? Why is it important for you to make that the heart of the album, not the outliers of the album when people are just starting to hear you or closing out the project?
Because when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, hip hop was a competitive sport, and it was who was MC was superior to the other MCs. You know what I'm saying? So I never lost that. And I carry it with me to this day. When I was growing up, you had to be nice. You had to be nice and you had to be a man. You had to be a stand-up man with no smut on your name. I still carry that to this day. You know what I mean? Even though they're embracing informants and foolish behavior and all that, like they reward that shit. I come from an era where your name had to check out. Like they had to check your name out and like, nah, son solid. I come from that. And as an MC, you had to be nice. In order to get on, you had to be nice. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from.
And you had to write your own shit, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, niggas getting considered being dope as ever, and they ain't got no pen work behind them.
Not at all.
Shout
Be on the lookout
Ziggler.
too. The Doc's on it? Shout out to Docs,
shout out to Docs Diggler on the check-in.
I love Docs, man. That's my boy, man. Shout out to Docs, man. I love that dude. He's a good man. He made he's a Renaissance man as well. So shout out to Docs, man. I hope he heard that.
Salute. So here's another question I want to ask you. You know where most MCs fail, no matter how much you can rap, and that's song placement. How did you place the playlist together to know that this album is done and that the sound was coordinated correctly?
I want to Clico did that. Clico was the engineer. He mixed and mastered the project, and every time I record, normally we go to Clico and then we go to P Dot. But Clico did the bulk of the album. So when we were sequencing, I allowed him to essentially do that for me. You know what I mean? Because that's his field of expertise. I just knew the sound that I wanted, you know, and we achieved that in spades. So
shout out to Clico.
Yeah.
Hey, Stress, this question is for you.
All right. What's happening?
You know how people get excited when they have an MC that they really want to fuck with on their beats?
Mm-hmm.
How exciting was it for you to do a project and have KG right behind you as a producer on that same project?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting there like when bro sent me the track list and it was like, yo, let's put this up. And I seen the song was At the Mind. I'm like, oh shit. Like, all right. Like, you know what I mean? It was like a different type of level of confidence. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was excited because, for one, I'm on the same project with a legend, you know what I'm saying, with one of the best like producers from you know me, from the state.
Ever though.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? To have one of my idols trusting me with their instrumentation through the whole joint. Bro, I was elated. I was really elated. Like, that's why every time I got there, bro, it was like a celebration when we was in the studio.
It was a party every time we was on there.
It was like a celebration because it was like
every time.
Like it was a great achievement for me. I really like that, bro. Like I was elated, bro. Real talk. Like it was a great astonished. I was like real astonished. Like, yo, like really, I'm on a project and I got KG on this shit too. Like, and Drift giving his, you know what I'm saying, 100% on everything he write, everything he spit. It was just like, yo. I was happy. I was real happy.
Drift, let me ask you a question. Do you come from the East Orange North era where they used to beef?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I come from the era where niggas from East Orange were saying it's from North because they ain't want no problem. That's where I come from.
All right. Dang. You could tell a person from that era that rhymes from a person who did not come from that era. Because ferocity and delivery.
Yeah.
Because at that time, when you said people was fighting for their lives, you knew somebody who rhymed from Newark different from somebody who rhymed from East Orange.
Yeah.
There's nobody in Newark that sound like the Rotten Rascals.
No.
Ever. There's nobody in Newark that sounds like Tretch unless you want to give the Mike C inspiring Tretch story that people from the past give. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike C still dope, yo.
Yeah, you there's nothing there that say that. But the new era of MC doesn't have the history of sound that an MC from that era has.
No.
How do we marry the understanding of hip hop from your era to the spitters now who want to get to the ferocity of that era?
See, that's difficult because I don't know. See, we grew up and our conditions was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to endure a little more. Like we come from a crack era and stuff like that. These kids they ain't dealing with that. So you know when I see the kids depressed, I don't undermine their depression or how they're feeling. I can't relate to it because like we really have reasons to be depressed. You know, like we ain't have proper food sometime, or you know what I mean? Like we had to worry about getting killed. You know, and like when the gang culture first came to the hood when I was a child, you know, so I was like, yo, this shit is scary. You know what I mean? So it's like the ferocity, I don't know if they can have it unless they're growing up in a single parent household or, you know, or no parent household. But the ferocity, it got to be in you. You know, it's not on you, it's in you. So
I feel like for in order for them to mesh with like the feel of, you know, of what you give off, Drift, of what, you know, other artists give off, you know what I'm saying, per se, they would have to study the culture in order, you know what I'm saying?
They don't study.
You get what I'm saying? Like
they don't respect
they would have to go back in order to appreciate.
That was when I was growing up, that was a prerequisite. You had to know who came before you, and you had to honor them, and you had to pay homage, and you had to give respect because for them, they're the reason why you even able to do what you love and get paid for it. These niggas, they don't do that. They just run with their bag and they disrespectful to everybody. And you know, I don't come from that culture at all. You know.
So stop right there. Because that's the point that I wanted to get to with this project is paying homage. And by you paying homage to your sound and knowing where you come from, you're able to inspire a new purpose and new sound in hip hop that people don't understand. And it's not longevity. It's oh man, what's the one word? I'm gonna use one of y'all words since y'all talk about the Bifrost and shit.
All right, bring it.
All right. Do you know what Ragnarok was?
Yeah, that was the ending. Ragnarok is the ending of a civilization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it brings on the new. Yeah.
But here's the thing. A Ragnarok could only be given to somebody who fell during battle. So if you weren't battle tested, you had no business being in the Ragnarok because you didn't prove yourself. And that's what hip hop is today.
Come on,
people are in the game that's not proving themselves. And until they get proven, how do we really know how to take them at the word of those who have never co-signed them?
See, but the killer is with this climate and the way the culture is set up, you don't have to be proven. Like you can be a down dirty rat, you can be a backstabber, you can be a coward, and you be rewarded for it. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was trying to make my foray into the game, your name was all you had to go off. Like, yeah, homeboy could rap, but is he solid? You know, that's how it was. Right. So this is an entire totally different spectrum right now.
Like see with me when I really got into it and really, you know what I mean, had to earn my
somebody's coming.
Like I really had to learn you know what I mean, I had to get my bumps and bruises. Like I used to walk from my block Norfolk to 15th and Park Avenue and you know, sit up there and rap with the little local ones that was out there and earn my name. Like, oh, that's Stretch from North. You know what I'm saying? He came up here and battled. Then niggas having ciphers in the city. I go to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm out here. Like, I'm gonna prove my name. Like, I had to prove who I was back then. Like, now is a beat, catchy hook, and people believe it. It's a lot of invisible backstories that makes up these new artists.
But
I'm gonna add on to what you said, but I'm gonna modernize it. Drift, are you a fan of when Marvel was on Netflix? Were you a fan of the Marvel shows like Daredevil and Luke Cage and all that?
I like the Daredevil. Luke Cage was a little fugazi, and Iron Fist was just utterly atrocious. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But Daredevil, I loved it.
All right.
Especially when Kingpin was a part.
Well, do you know what the main thing that made the Marvels Netflix shows attractive to people?
What was that?
It was the hallway scenes whenever people were fighting in the hallways.
Yeah.
Close combat is what made the show stand out.
Yeah.
You are a close combat rhymer. Because when you rhyme at close combat, it's like you can't block and react. You have to block the impact to give impact.
Yeah.
What's the most impactful thing about your rhyme style? How come people not match it and they have to take the impact and try to come back just as hard as what you give?
Just on my motherfucking my setup. I rap like I'm boxing. You know what I'm saying? I will tear your ass up with jabs, and I will change the frequency on each jab. Some gonna be light, and some gonna have some force to it. And then I'm gonna line your ass up with either an uppercut or a straight right, you know what I'm saying, or a body shot, one or the other. But the rhymes always is setting you up for the big punch, you know what I'm saying, always. And that comes from my battle culture, you know what I mean? Like you gotta set them up and then you hit them with the uppercut or the knockout shot. I learned that from Apache, you know what I mean? So that's my style. My style is like almost combative, you know what I mean? Even when I'm doing duet bars. I mean, not duet. When I'm doing ballad bars, when I'm rapping to the ladies, you know what I'm saying? I still set it up, and it's like I paint a vivid picture for you. So my shit is definitely a combat-oriented style, for sure.
I also want to say it's the fluidity of it, because it's like you talking to them.
You got to talk. Good. How you gonna rap to somebody if you don't talk to them first? You got to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn their respect, and then you got to make them want to listen to you. You got to talk to somebody. You got to talk to them with some respect. Give people respect, but also like, yo, check this shit out right here. That's how my style is a conversational style. You know what I mean?
And the most dangerous, like I said before, the most dangerous style a man can have is his power. And a man's power can be a woman. And we have a woman in the interview right now. Please introduce yourself to the people so they know who you are.
Introduce yourself, my friend.
Come on now. I'm Molly.
There she goes.
There she go.
There she go, nigga.
That's my favorite female MC right there.
Yeah, nigga.
Yes,
hey, man,
for those that
y'all give that queen a round of applause, bro. She's
Listen,
the MVP. Y'all clap
that's
it up
the MVP of
y'all
this
clap it up
project.
for her, bro. Like, seriously.
Listen, I love this woman with every fiber of my being. You understand what I'm saying? Everything I've endured in this life as a man, she was there. No matter what she had going on in her life, she always made herself accessible for me. You know what I'm saying? So I will always honor this woman. You know what I mean? In particular, the loss of my sister. That woman, Molly, was front and center. She didn't allow me to falter and crumble. You know what I mean? So I honor her. You know what I mean? I give her flowers every time I talk to her.
Really do.
I try to talk to her every day. You know what I'm saying? But I love the woman with all my heart, and that's just what it is. If you play with Molly, you will suffer such a painful death. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise,
a torturous and extensive and excruciating.
Oh, hey Molly, you see the elixir got him going. It's over.
Hey man, that's why I stay out of trouble, man. For real, I don't even want it for nobody.
Listen,
hey Molly, I was telling them because Karev has said.
And let Karev get his shit in. You know
yeah, definitely. I was just telling them,
the time.
Karev was asking about like who was the person that carried the album, and me and Drift also
simultaneously
said your name, man.
Word. I mean, your work will speak for itself. I just try to be there. That's it. Like I just do my part. I've always been told just play a position. I don't never be looking for like to be at the fort, like whatever needs to be done, and you need Molly to do it, it's gonna get done, and that's just how it is.
How could you not honor a woman like that? How could you not? how could you in your right mind not honor that type of woman? You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Real.
Well, I'm gonna just say, Molly, it's a pleasure to finally get to meet you. My friend is in love with you. First time he heard you
Oh.
rap, she's the best. She's the best. She's the best, hands down. So shout out to my man Big A because he wanted me to shout you out because he loves you.
What's his name?
DJ Big A.
Oh, shout out to DJ Big A for real.
Yeah.
You know, until I finally get to meet you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something as an MC because you're not a rapper. You are an MC.
Off top.
Thank you,
And
man.
listen, most people, this is how I'm a little different than the average person. I guess they could tell you that. Because for me,
Word.
an MC is not somebody who just has bars. That means you speak very well.
Okay.
An MC also is a deliverance and a person who's a presence.
Right. Okay.
So your presence, you're like, I told Drift this one time. He's like the gentle bully on the track. Like you think he all smooth and shit until you get close to him.
Right.
The next thing you know, your ribs hurt because he cut you. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that.
And Molly, you remind me of if I think about like a comic book, you remind me of like a She-Hulk, Juggernaut, a Colossus. He pulled out the knives, goddamn. So like you remind me of that because whenever you get on the track, you're bigger than the track. Your presence,
Big facts.
Big facts.
Very large.
Big
Thank
facts.
you.
In that
And
era,
it's crazy because my personality is totally the opposite. Like
really,
I'm the humble, like Stress said. Like I walk into the room, you won't even know what I'm about to do. You wouldn't even think I was supposed to be there. But until it's time for me to do what I got to do, and then you'll know my purpose. You feel me? Because I don't boast and all that. I let people judge for themselves. That's all. I already know about me, but you know what I mean. I just share with everybody and see what they think. That's it. I just try to give my best, 1,000%.
You said humility. That's what you said, humility?
All the time. That's what I preach.
That's a strong suit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Molly. Do you know about Deborah and why she was the captain of Israel?
Deborah, no. Enlighten me.
So in the story of the past, Deborah was the woman who saved Israel from being annihilated in the Bible.
Okay.
And what she did was use her humility to get the trust of I think it was Canaan or whatever they was fighting, Moabites or something. And what happened was during the war, when the captain was asleep, she snuck into his tent and put a dagger through the man's head with a hammer. Her humility made her the captain of a nation, but also to hand over the crown and be the mother of salvation. What does that mean to you?
Wow, that's powerful. And my mother always speaks of the different people of the book. I've heard of Deborah, but I never, was told the story. Like, it wasn't elaborate like that, but now I know. I never knew. You just schooled me tonight. But that's powerful. That's powerful. Like, and I'm honored that you even compare me to that, seriously. Because I don't even think as Drift, I just feel like, like, all right, Drift, it's not really, it's nothing to me. You know what I mean? It's like I said, what needs to be done, I just do it. That's all. And I give 1,000%. And I don't like to give bullshit, especially when it comes to Drift, because I already know how he comes. So I can't come with nothing less, And that's just how we are, like a tag team. Like we can't be ass. Can't be
the Heart Foundation, nigga.
Word. I tell him he don't even know what I'm gonna come with. He's sitting there biting his fingernails, making sure. You know what I mean? Making sure I don't take him out his position. But I keep it cute. I keep it cute.
Niggas still biting his fingernails. What happened that, nigga?
Word.
When Drift first said, yo, Molly about to jump on the song, my cousin Molly died. Bro, when I heard her say, this tall Nigerian, before you get all that, I gotta check that Experian. I said, oh,
yo, that was what did it for me. That was what did it for me. Like she went so crazy, and I was talking so Mackie to her before we started recording. I was like, yo, I like, nigga, get your ring rust out of it. And I was talking shit, and she was quiet. She kept smirking at me. In my head, I'm like, oh, nah, she about to go crazy.
Yeah, because Drift likes to intimidate. He will intimidate you. Like, you have to stay focused. You just got to ignore him. Like, I was in there like, man, I came here to do what I came to do, man. Get all that off what you doing.
I knew
ain't about to distract me or nothing. As long as the tracks never asked, okay? Yeah. So I wasn't even worried about it. It's just what you gonna serve me up next. That's all. And then I think about how I'm gonna come. For real, that's it.
Hey, like, Drift, I know it was over that day when you were saying that, you was like, don't come over here with no rubbish, my friend. And next you know, she was like, I just got a couple bars left. That
was the day. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. That was we did smoke this shit.
Yeah,
that was the day. Yeah, because listen, we ain't been in the booth. Last time we was in the booth together, we did it was called
the one
Brazilian wax. Brazilian wax. That was the last shit we did with Baby Paul, Brazilian wax.
That was the remake of Dave's Loaf joint.
No. Oh, you right. Yeah, the last song was, and that was at least 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I was just clowning her. I just missed her. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't been in the studio for so long. So that's the only reason why I saw the shit, because I missed her. You know what I mean? And she went above and beyond. I'm like, nah, yo, I can't do this by myself. I'm gonna need her to follow up for the whole project. You know what I mean? And she did it. And she is single-handedly the MVP. I said MPV. The Alexa whooping me. The MVP.
It's all right.
So I want to ask this question. I want to ask this question though.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Inspiration is what gives way to a higher level of vibration when it comes to music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some people call it chakras. Some people call it feeling. I just call it hip hop.
And we call it Bifrost.
Okay, energy, all that.
Yeah, yeah.
All that.
Feng shui.
Right.
Feng shui. All right. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You know how everybody loves the Fugees?
Yeah.
How come Drift, Nina Bobby, and Molly can't do an album together and be just as beloved as the Fugees?
Tell them the history, please, quickly.
That is crazy because we actually did. We were originally the City Slickers, but this was way back before anybody would have even known of us. You know what I mean?
97, 98.
We were like we were in high
school. It was me, Molly, and Bobby. We was a group together.
Word.
Originally.
Called the City Slickers.
So we've been on that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But life happened, and then we ended up doing our things. But we that was our energy from the door, and we all reunited on this project on a song called Dark Ave featuring Big Stump. So we still here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I always try to stay, right there. Like I'm there even when I'm not. Like I don't stray too far away.
Molly always on deck. When you need her, she will be there. You know what I'm saying? No questions asked. Nothing. She will be there. No matter what she got going on.
She is solid.
Yeah, she is.
That's basically why I'm loved,
Yeah, she deserves her flowers now.
That's it.
All right, so let me ask you this question then. If Drift is the embodiment of the Uptown RCA era, Molly, what do you embody when it comes to hip hop?
This nigga needs a motherfucking journalist, a Pulitzer Prize. You heard?
Ooh. We need to put him on channel 13.
Yo, no, nigga, he need to be on WABC. Nigga, he need a Pulitzer Prize. Cause what
I don't know, Drift. I would say you know me best. I think you would be able to describe it better.
No, listen. In my humble opinion, you bad boy Uptown. In my humble opinion.
Really? You see that, Molly?
Yeah.
Huh?
Molly, you know what I think? Can I give you my opinion?
Uh-huh.
I would have loved to have heard you go bar for bar with Redman on There's a Dark Side.
Redman, okay. That's my boy too.
I would have loved to have heard you on somewhere like we run that watch out, we run New Jersey. That's smart. You know what I'm saying? He got that tempo.
Yeah.
And that's your tempo. That's your tempo.
It definitely is. It definitely is. You're right.
I think the thing about you that's mysterious but so well wanted is like, I think the law of supply and demand is a lie, because that's how the drug game came.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody know they needed to get high until they got high.
Right.
No, let's be real, right?
No, serious.
So if we had to take this to the back, the crack era, or this is the height of the weed era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody went to the corner to get what they got, but you had people that went out of town.
Right.
You remind me of overseas, that when it comes into the country, people fiend to go outside of the country.
Okay.
It's so exclusive that you demand a hit and you can't get it, so you just jonesing for when it's coming back.
Molly got that El Chapo. Molly got that El Chapo.
So if I look at the history of how you've been on Drift's projects, to now get a dose of you on this project, it's like, when the fuck am I getting a Molly project? Now it comes. That's when the pressure comes, because okay, you can rhyme. Okay, you got the schemes. Okay, right. You got the touch. But I've never heard a full song of you just by yourself under your direction. When people
April 2021, April.
Oh, okay.
Already in the making. It's
know,
crazy because I've had material that just was never put out, or I just never let anybody hear, like, I don't know, what did it, life, like Drift said, like, yeah, for me, turbulent, it's like ups and downs, but now it's like I'm at a place where, it's what I want to do. It's definitely what I want to do, and I have no problem giving a project.
April, she got material already. Like, it's in the can already. So we're just gonna, add the finish. This is me and my CEO. I put my CEO hat on. You know what I'm saying? April, produced by Stress. You know what I'm saying? Executive produced by me, Molly, ENT. It's going down.
Stress will show you text where I'm like, Stress was good.
Stress got some of the dumbest
fire.
That's next. Listen what I tell you. Molly coming in April. Video, everything is already in the works. I just today.
Kareb, to show you how how much is locked and loaded. She got a song recorded on one of my beats. I ain't even heard the song yet.
Listen, we got records. Like, we got records.
She ready, bro. Like,
Molly's ready. She ready. You know what I'm saying? The whole goal was
TTG, bro. She's
to reintroduce her on my project. That was the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I know Molly locked in, I will step back. I will step out the spotlight and just get behind Molly. You know what I'm saying? Because you
wouldn't even have to, because you feel me. I'm gonna get mine regardless. Like,
sure, but you deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Just based on your character.
I'm gonna get it anyway.
Off top.
Get it anyway.
Off top.
You feel me?
Shout out to everybody watching. That was tough. All right, and out to everybody watching. But you know what? Somebody put Bifrost in the YouTube chat. My God.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Candy 2010 on the chat.
Hey, that's the queen and all that. You heard?
Right.
She with the Bifrost.
All right, so here's something I want to ask Molly, and I want to ask Drift. Stress, I need you to fall back on this one, because you're gonna know why when they're done, okay?
Yeah.
You understand why I want to ask this question? You know where most MCs fuck up and it takes away from their legacy?
What's that?
They don't craft albums. They make songs and put it together as an album.
And see, that's so not me. And that's probably why it takes so long, because it's not a matter of just putting something together and giving it to you. Like, if you're gonna make something for the people that says you're gonna want to put you out there, and I know what I am. You know what I mean? And like, I don't do bullshit. You feel me? I don't do the bullshit. But now I feel like now's time. Now it's time. People have heard enough of me, like, jumping in, and then I'll lay low, and then I'll come back, lay low.
That's over. That's over.
Now it's time.
That's over.
So with that question, Drift, what is it going to take for you to make your Illmatic? And Molly, what does he have in him to make an Illmatic?
Ooh, he has it all. He got it all. He has everything. It takes for the people to catch on. You know what I mean?
Next project is gonna be the Illmatic one. This one I had to pay homage to my baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even doing music like that. I was just trying to. I was still kicking my flavor, but I wasn't trying to put.
Oh yeah, definitely. This definitely was a tribute out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to pay homage to my baby girl, you know what I mean? Because we was all under the impression she was going to recover and then we keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, that's not what took place. So it's like, she always wanted me to do this shit, and I have to honor her. A lot of stuff happened after she passed away, like BT, like sought me out, and I was having difficulty getting on TV for 10, 20 years. And then they sought me out. So I know my sister is in the Most High's ear, like speaking on my behalf. So it's like, how can I not pay homage and do what she asked me to do? You know what I mean?
Right.
But my sister loved Molly. My sister used to jump on Molly because she wasn't around as much as we wanted her to. You know what I'm saying? And then lo and behold, the person that kept me from losing my mind was Molly. It's like, this is all ordained. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna do what we're supposed to do. And we're gonna make the family proud, and that's how it goes. I do have an Illmatic in me. I have unlimited bars. Me and Stress were on the phone last night for almost an hour, and he sent me some of the most immaculate musical presentations. You know what I mean? And I got something for Molly. I always thinking about her. I always got something that I got stuff for her now. I got stuff on the table she don't even know about. You know what I mean? But
man, listen, Molly, I can take my laptop and just go through everything. Like,
listen, man, listen. This shit is a blessing. Like, this is a blessing. Like, the people the Most High has surrounded me with, I would do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? Even put my life on the line so they could be safe. It's like that. So, you know, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for Stress. I'm grateful for Molly. Molly always been there from when I was a child. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just love them, and there's nothing I won't do for them. You know what I'm saying? I just thank them from the bottom of my heart. And that's not the elixir talking. A drunk tongue speaks.
No, of course not.
But Stress, can you answer that question too? What is it going to take to you for Drift to make his Illmatic?
Me.
Straight up. Talk, nigga. Not talk that shit, my nigga. Stress gonna make me. He's gonna do it for me. You know what I mean? And I just do the rest.
Exactly. Like the shit I was playing for him last night. I never seen his bald head move so much. Yeah, not in the studio.
I wanted to go to his house and take the hard drive.
No, Stress has that fire, and if he don't have it, whatever you got, whatever is in your mind, listen, he's gonna manifest it. That's why I like Stress so much. Like, I wouldn't even have to worry like about where I'm gonna get none of that. That's why I'm confident. I'm good. And it's just like I said, this album right here, Drift's album, it's crazy because it wasn't really geared toward anything. It was just a project that was done. Like, you know, we made something good out of a tragedy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was more so like therapy. It was therapy.
My God.
You know, it wasn't meant for anybody in particular, but we choose to share it because, I mean,
Karev, check this out.
Why make it and not share it? But
check this out, Karev. During the process of making this project, I lost my sister. Molly lost her first nephew, and Stress lost his mother during the process of us doing this shit. Like, I'm tied into them to the day I die. These two. Oh, yes. Like, we suffered together, and we put our hurt in our back pocket, and we still came together and did the best we could. You know what I mean? So it's
and Drift with this project, like, Drift was the only person to get me to come out of my house.
No, my mother passed. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
When I came up there and we did the Marvelous song, was the first time I stepped out of my house.
I didn't know that.
Too.
I didn't know that, bro. I just wanted you to be happy, you heard?
Yeah, you was like, yo, come out, bro. Come chill. You want to work or you just want to come chill? I said, bro, don't matter. I'll come out. And I came out. I sat there with him. And that was the first time I rapped on Marvelous since my mother passed. I didn't put nothing.
I love my people, man.
That's one of my favorite songs too on that album.
Yeah. That's the one everybody querying me about with Molly. Like, who was that? I'm like,
yo, it's crazy.
I'm like, you gonna see it?
Drift called me and said, yo, niggas want to know who the first nigga on the song was. They kept telling me to bring your verse back, Stress. Then next, you know, they was like, yo, Stress, Molly smoked this shit. So I was like, I said, well, shit, at least I went first.
Right. Get it out
Hey,
the
yo,
way.
we ain't letting Molly go back into her hibernation. That shit's over, nigga. That's over, nigga. I know where you at all times. That shit is over.
Hey,
nigga.
bro, this
Pull
like
up on you.
Karev, like you looking at like a family type of organization.
Yeah, this
right
family.
here,
This shit deeper
this
than
family
rap.
now, bro.
It's
Like
deeper than rap. It's
Like
deeper than rap.
I hit Molly up on a random day. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You good? I no doubt. Like, you know what I mean? Just to check in, like, you know, normal family shit.
Like that. Gotta
You
be
know?
like.
I got 2 more questions about the project. Then we're gonna move on into the art, and then we're gonna close up the conversation.
Okay.
Say no more.
Molly, so
Yeah.
this interview is not only about talking about the project, it's also to give Drift his flowers, because you know how Drink Champs say they celebrate their people. Heritage hip hop is about Jersey hip hop going around the world. So while I can interview people from overseas, I have to give love to people in my home state.
Right.
I know that.
And when it comes to Drift and his history, the most solid thing I know about Drift is consistency and the morality of consistency. If somebody had to sum Drift style up in one MC, who would you say he is, so that people could get a picture of who you would want them to know he is? Big Daddy Kane. I'm glad
I love
you
it.
said
See,
that.
that's why I would die for Molly. You know what I'm saying? Like I will put
Glad
my
you said
life on the line. You heard? That's the reason why I started rapping at Big Daddy Kane. She didn't even know that. She didn't even know that. That's why she's my nigga. Like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Your cousin could be a soulmate too. You know what I mean? And no salacious flavor. Like, man, she gets me. Niggas don't get me. I love
and
her.
it's crazy because for anybody in the age bracket that don't know Big Daddy, you know, if they were to go back and look at you, they would know exactly what I'm talking about. They would know where I'm coming from.
Kane is the reason why I started rapping. You know what I'm saying? He was dark skinned. The ladies loved him. He was smooth as hell. Nigga could dance. That's me in a nutshell.
And he was laid up in the whole bed with the boxes on.
Come on, man. You see, that's why busy. Molly is MVP. Different.
Busy.
Come on, and he was nice. Yeah, he's the reason why I started rapping. I'm not
Karev,
gonna get years away.
I got a question for you, Karev.
Wait, give me a second. Let me finish this frame of thought. Then I'll come to you.
It's real quick. I ain't gonna be long.
Hurry up, then, fool.
Hey, listen, my friend.
Come on, put a pep in it.
All right, Karev, did you know that a line in Drip song is real truth to this day? About them swagger jacking his image on Power?
Yes. We talked about that in his first interview.
Just making sure, sir.
But here's the question I want to ask you. Because Molly actually went to one of my rapid fire questions that I'm gonna take out and lose for this right now.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Drift, who is he more, Mace, Big Daddy Kane, or LL Cool J?
Oh wow, and I did that.
Right? Hey, yo, Karev, I'm about to give that nigga a Pulitzer Prize. I'm gonna figure out.
Drift.
LL. Well, I'm LL Kojo for sure. You know what
okay. That's the name of the album. What's up, LL Kojo? I like it. That's the name of the album. That's the name of the album.
Well, I say pause. 33% Big Daddy Kane, 33% Mace, 33% Loom, 1% LL Cool J.
Okay, that's interesting.
Is my math accurate?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, where's you said Loon. You said Loon. You're not putting Mace in there at all.
No, I said Mace. I said
you used
Kane.
4 MC.
Yeah, but I said 33% Kane.
Right.
33% Mace. 33% Loon. 1% LL.
Oh, okay. I heard you wrong.
Yeah.
Because when I think of LL Cool J, when I think of Drift, I think of LL Cool J on Rampage. Because
EPMD.
That nigga did EPMD on their own song. That's your style.
The overloading, playing them C's like an old accordion. Yeah. I live this shit. I live this rap shit.
When I think of Big Daddy Kane, I'm gonna tell you a song from Big Daddy Kane that people don't even fuck with heavy, but it's part of Big Daddy Kane's mastery, and that's Lean on Me. I see you crazy on Lean on Me.
Yeah.
I see you in that vein. Everybody gonna say Smooth Operator or some shit. No, I see you as Lean on Me.
He went crazy on Lean on Me.
Because you have the gift to capture a subject title and paint a picture to the listener. and you're an artist, which you're going to get into the next part of the interview. I say Loon because Loon's master of delivery was not in what the words he said, it's how he set you up for the words that he said. Listen to the song on the Bad Boy soundtrack with Loon and Snoop. He fucked Snoop up on that song.
Listen. We need to put money together and nominate Karev for Pulitzer Prize.
No, for real. He
because he do his due diligence. That shit ain't even funny how he do it.
And he's straightforward to it. He right to it.
He does his research.
Now the thing about Mace that reminds me of you is more new Mace than old Mace.
How so?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing.
Oh, this is very easy and simple to think about. How did y'all like the song when Mace dissed the shit out of Cameron? I'm better than you in your prime times too. That's drift. Now,
right. Look, I can agree with you. Like when it's time to get petty or whatever, when it's tit for tat, we could do that. Yeah.
Like I can agree, but that ain't nothing but the old Mace showing you he still got it.
No, it's not. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Because if you know Mace, if you have the Children of the Corn mixtape, that's Mace. That's not old Mace come back. That's Mace. Then Mace went to Bad Boy, and he said, people think he saw, but P. Diddy made me pretty. No, that was him saying that was the revelation of Mace. All that industry shit that made him do the church thing, that was Mace saving himself from something that people don't talk about on them documentaries that Craig Mack talked about that say almost got him killed. That's something I'm not even going to talk about.
No, right.
But with Cam and them and Dipset and how they keep fucking with Mace, I think that's the game when it comes to drift. Because to have a deal and to be so pronounced, but people keep fucking with you, like, we'll give you a project, psych, no, we're not. We have a project, now we're not going to, now we're going to shelve it, and then something else come out. Somebody fucks with you enough, you're going to have to come out with something just to show people, don't sleep on who I was before, because I'm still that nigga and I'm nicer now. And don't think because you nice now, I'm not better than you twice to what you are and thinking you nice now. I'm 2 times better than you in your prime. Fuck you.
We got to set up a GoFundMe for Karev, man, because he's brilliant. Like he's brilliant, and he's like, I didn't know he was that brilliant, and I didn't know that he was that. This is different. This is a different.
This is a whole different interview right here.
He's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I have utmost respect for this man right here. It's big. Yeah.
So I want to take the delivery of the album and take it to the delivery of your art. And Molly and Stress, you are welcome to stay on the interview if you would like. I mean, it's not going to be many questions.
No, they got to stay on. They can't get off. They have to stay.
It's not going to be questions.
I forbid them to leave. Molly and sit tight.
It's not going to be questions geared for y'all to answer. I'm
they're going to sit tight. They have no choice.
All right. But one of the things that I like about your art style is how you use the colors, because the way you use your colors is how you use your rhymes. Let's look at the rhymes that you said are smoked out, right? It's very punch, but the background vocals flesh out the punch, and that punch helps you understand the actual rhyme pattern itself. When you do your early colors, you had a lot of red backgrounds, and the flesh was very tan line.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows about science, red attracts the eyes, and the tan lines cools down your pupils.
Precisely.
So then when somebody sees your art, the red grabs them, but they will focus where the red is not, and that brought out the faces.
I read that in a psychology book. Psychologists said that they would use bright, vibrant colors to grab children in the supermarket when they have the cereal boxes, so the parents will be implored to buy the product. So I use that knowledge I got. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna hit them with a red background so that pull them in, and then they look at the primary image or whatever. So that was some due diligence I did in order to make people gravitate to my art.
Salute to you, because that is, like I said, it goes with your rhyme style. Flip it. Vincent van Gogh and Leonardo were called Renaissance men because they put their love for art into how they did inventions. How does art help you pin together a rhyme, and how does rhyme help you place the brush on the canvas to create the perfect picture?
You see, I think I think you're due for an Emmy Award. I don't even a Pulitzer Prize. I think you're due for an Emmy Award. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He got them ready for you, cuz.
Different. He's different. You know? No, but it's no difference. It's no difference with the artwork and the painting. You know what I'm saying? Because when I listen to music, I see colors. You know what I'm saying? Certain instrumentation, I see like blue, and it'd be like pixie dust. Like when was Tinkerbell when she flies by, she leaves the pixie dust in the air. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I think it's called synthenesia. It's a word for being able to see colors. So music and art for me, they go hand in hand. Like it's really no difference. It's all the same thing to me. You know, if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense, but there's no difference between the two.
Remember how we said that drug dealers and people in the street could be some of the most eloquent and most influential people in society, especially in school? What you said is synesthesia.
Synesthesia, that's the word.
If you went to school and you had synesthesia, you would be what they would call upward bound child. You would be in special classes because the school wouldn't be able to highlight your genius, so they would have to give you something more.
Yeah.
Or send you somewhere else back in the day. That's
synesthesia. Yes.
Send you to another school.
Now, when I think about that, right, the picture that you did for Oogie was one of the masterpieces that you did, because it caught the harsh reality of life. Because that's red, and how that man left this life is very tragic with red around him. But the red is it's emotional. And just how a perfect rhyme can move a man to tears, or a perfect love song can move a man to tears, a picture can move a person to tears as well.
Yes.
What picture did you paint opened the heart of the receiver the most and made you appreciate yourself just as much as they appreciated the art?
This Karev he's a special individual, you know what I'm saying? This Karev right here. But it's been a wide array of portraits I've done, because when I get commissioned to do artwork, it's always of a dearly departed family member. So I say about 70 to 80% of the stuff I've done is brought tears to the eyes of the recipient. So I think that's my gift right there, and I think that's why I don't suffer as much as I should. This being that I put so much into the universe, with such positivity, and I warm people's heart. So I think that's why I don't suffer like I should. But majority of my artwork.
May I interject, Karev?
Sure.
For me, and from the artwork that I've seen, I think it was Nipsey when he did Nipsey.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was when he did a couple of people.
Why?
What is it? John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
It was a couple of people that I've seen, but yeah, those stuck out for me. Nip was one of the big ones though.
The one that stuck out for me, it like I'm gonna agree with Malia. It was Nip. It was John. Like I was a big fan of the Old Dirty Bastard one, and I was a fan of the Bob Marley one.
Bob Marley, right?
Like, but my ultimate favorite is the new one he did for me with me and my mother. Like that touched me, and that I know it came from his heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And his artwork is undeniable. Like when I say undeniable, like I called him. I'm gonna make it quick. Like I called him. I was at my aunt's house, and I showed her the picture that he drew of me and my mother. And my aunt started to cry, and I called him on the phone, and he was on the phone, and my aunt was telling him, listen, you have talent. I wish you nothing but the best. Like you are, I want you to, everything you need, whatever the world needs to give you. My aunt was giving her all his praise right there. And she never met him.
All right. I want to ask you this question, Drift, and I'm gonna drift off the camera myself to get something.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this question. This is an artistic question because I'm gonna ask you in the way of your audio art and your visual art. MCs translate music with lyrics because they hear the story from the beat and they give the listener what they receive as a message from the music. When you draw, you're interpreting inspiration from the air and the mind is giving you, the listener, what the story is for you to paint.
Yeah.
What are the differences between them two languages, and how do you understand them?
Damn, Karab. I'm gonna need another bottle of elixir in order to answer this question appropriately. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
I'm even lost in the sauce right now, because I mean, it all stems from the same place. It all stems from the heart and the soul. You know what I'm saying? You want to pour out all that is pure. You know what I mean? So it's no difference, audio or visual. There's no difference. You know what I'm saying? And I pray I answered the question efficiently. You know what I'm saying? But it's no difference. It all comes from the soul.
It's
That's
like he said, the feeling comes from, like, as far as audio, the feeling is going to come through the track.
Come on.
It's whatever you feeling,
whatever you feeling at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did on this project. Like, we came from our gut, we came from our heart, and we came from our soul. And that's why it emitted, and that's why it's well received as it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Molly is being deemed the MVP. I didn't even have to say it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the general consensus. Even with the elixir, I'm still able to pronounce words accurately. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
The bottle ain't gone yet. That's why you still could.
Word, let that thing go.
Yeah,
I'm taking it step by step because I want it to be coherent.
Is it half empty or
it's
half full?
You see? No, it's half empty.
I want to be selfish and take one part of the interview for myself. And this is very important to me, because I said I respect all MCs because of what y'all mean to the world, not just to me. Everybody watching, please hit the like button and share. This is not just for people to watch. We want to build this platform where we can celebrate you, New Jersey, first, and take us around the world, because nobody else is going to do it but us.
Yeah,
especially Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey is terrible with the lack of unity. You know what I'm saying? Like, New Jersey is terrible, but please like and share this. Kareb provides a platform like I've never seen before in my entire tenure as a rap artist in the town. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen anyone do what he does, so we got to support him. And so subscribe, like, and share. I'm not saying it because I'm on here. We have to do that. Simple.
As a kid, hip hop for me was a way to get away when I went through a lot of shit. I went through a lot of shit as a young man, and I don't open myself up to let people know. Some people talk about family and shit like this. Look, I know what it's like to feel racism. I know what it's like to get spit on. I know what it's like to fight and not want to fight, and you had to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And for me,
sufferation. That's what my Jamaican friends call sufferation.
and comic books, video games, and hip hop were the things that saved me.
Come on, brother.
From me.
Come on.
And whenever I see somebody merge or marry those things together, it brings my heart to another level of joy, because Molly will understand this more as a woman than a man could understand this, because as a man, our love language is respect. For a woman, their love language is appreciation. Mm-hmm. So when we appreciate the little things for a lady, it's like the smallest thing about you is the most beautiful thing about you. Like, a man will always tell a woman that she got a nice ass or something, but how many men would say, damn, I love the shape of your nose, and kiss your nose? It's different.
Right.
As a man, a woman should not, I don't believe in this. If they do, that's you, I ain't in that sucker shit. But if somebody brings you flowers as a man, that's gonna make you question that motherfucker's head. But say you're an MC and your lady bought you a microphone. That's like, damn, you see my vision and you support me. That's loyalty.
Yeah, and that's marriage material.
Talk that, correct, for real. People don't understand. Like, it's like people show they love in their way, not it's the person, know what that person that you dealing with likes, not so much as what you like for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts, like, yo, that's real facts. Is like you know, like what he said, like your girl buying, you know what I mean, supporting you, buying your mic. Like, people know that I really take this shit like this music shit serious. I got somebody that bought all the soundproofing for my booth.
You feel me?
Because you know what I'm saying. They want to see me achieve shit, and they see I'm doing what I love, and they support the movement. That shit is dope.
So Drift made something that, as a fan of our culture and a lover of God, because I believe hip hop is God. It's not your rhymes. Fuck your rhymes. I don't care if you never talk again. Hip hop is God. You know what I'm saying? And for him to hit a part of the culture that really embodies who I am, it brought me to another level of appreciation. That's why I bought 2 copies of this.
Oh shit! Look at that,
Mr. Kumasi is said.
Sir. Mr.
So,
Kumasi.
and I got this, but I want you to autograph one of them. I got 2 copies.
I got you. Believe that.
Why did going to comic books seem as the natural progression from your art and your music?
What?
Comic book was always my escape. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in a home. It was a lot of domestic violence. It was drug and alcohol abuse. No disrespect to my old head, but you know what I'm saying? I went through a lot as a child. Like I never felt safe. So my refuge was always, you know, comic books and cartoons and stuff like that. I would imagine I was where they were, or, you know, it took my mind off to a positive place. So as I became a man, you know what I'm saying, I still cultivated my artwork ability, but I always wanted to be a comic book artist, you know what I mean? So, you know, I took the opportunity again, once my sister passed away. Everything I wanted to do in my heart, I just did it, because tomorrow is not promised. And I always heard people say that tomorrow is not promised, but I learned firsthand, unfortunately, you know? So it's just like, yo, I always want to do a comic book. Let me do it. Mr. Kumasi been in my head. In my mind, Mr. Kumasi is me, essentially. You know what I mean? Like somebody who was granted a lot of gifts and had a lot of power, but as opposed to knowing how blessed they were, they allowed it to go to their head. And the humility was lacking. And, you know, it's a metaphor for my life. So, you know, I just wanted to put it on paper, and it was a blessing. It was a blessing.
All my blurred hip hop family who like comic books, anime, and hip hop, this is a must buy. This book is only available through Drift himself.
Yeah.
And you can, if you can, you may find a couple more copies. They always sell out at Eastside Mags at Montclair, New Jersey.
It's like 2 left, I heard. It's like 2 left.
Yeah, I was just there the other day, and I'm telling you, there's not a lot of these on the shelves. And the guy always tells me he sells out every time these come out. So if you want a piece of hip hop history, look, everybody wanted to be there when Kool Herc did his first set. Everybody wanted to be there when Run did Run's house for the first time, Madison Square Garden, or the Rockefeller tour, right? Backstage movie and all that. This is an essential piece element of New Jersey hip hop history.
Definitely.
If you don't have this, shame on your fucking ass, because this is great. And if your kids like Batman, Robin, and all that other shit, this is better.
Yeah, come on, man.
And I read books, so I'm gonna tell you it's better. You know what I'm saying?
And what better time than to follow after, you know, the Wakanda, you know?
Exactly.
The Black Panthers, though, you know, just
exactly.
Mr. Kumasi, he tougher than Black Panther, right?
No, I'm just saying, you know, the culture itself.
No, we need that. We need that.
The culture.
We need that. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that for the Hennessy drinkers and the weed smokers. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Black Panther don't do none of that shit. Mr. Kumasi, he do like we do. So it's different. Yeah.
I got 2 more questions about art, and then we're gonna close out the end of the interview. And I'll include everybody in it. The last 2 questions I'm gonna ask is, what is the next step in your art? Because now I see you playing with black backgrounds and silver art. What's the next step?
Nah, I just wanna expand my palette. You know what I mean? I wanna be the artist that could do everything. Like I could do pop art. I could do what's the word they called it? Damn, pop art, and it's another word. All kind of art genres. It's slipping my mind right now due to the amount of the elixir I've consumed. But abstract art.
Abstract art. Okay.
Abstract art. I could do oil paint. I could do acrylic. I could do pencil art. I could do digital art. You know what I mean? I just want to, you know, get as many tools in my toolkit as possible. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I just want to be well-rounded. You know, I don't want to be relegated to one genre like Bob Ross. Like Bob Ross did the scene, the beautiful scenery. Like I could do everything. You know, so that's my goal.
Bob Ross was known for the trees.
The trees, the beautiful trees, the pretty little cloud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he was high.
Oh my God.
Find everywhere.
That was my guy.
He could put a tree anywhere
Anywhere, the nigga be high as fuck. As I became a man, I'm like, yo, my nigga was smoking weed. Clearly,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
There he was.
Yes,
Yeah, he was. He was so
And
peaceful. Like, oh, that's
he
weed.
had a hell of an afro too, bro. You gotta
That
give
was
him that.
immaculate afro. You know what I'm saying? The symmetry on the afro was.
So,
Look like
so,
he's
70s joint.
yeah, the
so Drift.
Jackson 5 edition of this. What's happening?
So Drift. Well, one of my favorite comic books that came out within the last 3-4 years was a comic series called Black. Are you familiar with it?
No, I'm not familiar with Black.
So Black is actually getting turned into a movie, and this is the story of Black, and it goes into what I think about.
It was young black kids, right? Black kids were the premise of the book.
Kind of, but not really. It was about racism, and what it was is that white people, what we consider white people, they were killing black people from the past through racism because black people have the superpower gene. And it was only through lynching and fear of death that the gene was awakened. So there was a government agency behind, or like an Illuminati that was behind the lynchings to find all the black people with power to control them to run society.
Yeah.
And it was a messiah figure who had every power within him, and they had to find him because he was the foretold messiah to liberate black people.
Crazy.
And on the cover of that book, they had like Donald Trump as Donkey Kong. You know, it was like Harriet Tubman with a katana blade freeing slaves. They had a lineup, a prison lineup of black men throughout history as a slave on the railroads, like in the Life movie, a thug with his pants down, you know, stuff, a civil rights movement type vibe, like that. And those books and the stories within them books not only inspire the generations of young kids to not only be their own superheroes, but to find their identity. What is the story of Mr. Kumasi, and how can we identify with that book and to inspire us to keep buying it and support it?
Yeah, simple. Mr. Kumasi is he's one of us. He's who we are. He's imperfect, but he's blessed with abilities. Now, once you're blessed, you're supposed to use your blessing to help others. You know what I mean? Any way you could be of assistance to another man, that's how you're supposed to be it. That's what a man is. A man is a provider and protector. Now, when he first got his abilities, he used it for selfish means. He used it for women. He loved BBWs, so he's with BBWs. He used it for clothes, weed, jewelry, and stuff. He didn't know he could help society. You know what I mean? Like, he could help with systemic racism. He could help, you know what I mean? Like, just police brutality. You know what I mean? But he has to suffer first in order to learn his true purpose in his life. So it's just like it's like coming of age, essentially. You know what I mean? I just try to put it in cartoon terms, in a superhero, but it's essentially you coming of age and knowing your purpose in this life. That's what Mr. Kumasi is all about. It's not a bunch of goofy superhero flavor. It's like, this shit is like real life, and it's gonna make more sense as the story progresses. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as long as you make the book, I am going to support the book. Just the same way I bought your album, I'm gonna buy your books. So
thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. That means the world to me.
So with that being said, unfortunately, we have to close out. We've been on for a little while. I want y'all to put y'all social media up, and then we're gonna have some fun with the rapid fire questions. Stress know what that's all about.
Molly, put your social media up since you finally made your motherfucking page private after all this time. I mean public, yeah.
It's Hot Tamale.
HOT _
A _MOLLY.
Stress.
Oh, I'm Stress 973. You know what I mean?
I am
STRESS 973.
And mine is The Real Drift. On Twitter. THEREALDRIFT. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook, I'm Drift, aka Kojo.
All right. Well, please follow me at Heritage Hip Hop so I can make sure, Molly, I follow you and everything, because I need to stay in touch with you.
Molly's gonna follow you right now. You heard, cuz?
I need to stay in touch with you.
Follow the Heritage Hip Hop right now, my friend.
All right. So with that being said, everybody, before we go into the rapid fire question,
studio, Karev.
Huh?
This is how we be in the studio.
I heard.
It's like this.
It's worse in the studio. It's way worse.
Drift on his Marion Combs shit tonight.
Wow.
Yo, that's Drift's new name, bro. Marion Combs. Watch out for it.
Oh God.
Right.
Marion Combs and Suge and Puff Daddy put together. They call me
Oh
Marion.
my God.
Marion.
Wow. Wow. All right. So before we go to the rapid fire questions, I have to say I have to talk my little talk. For everybody out there that's watching, Heritage Hip Hop supports those who also support us by making that music. So I want you to go, and he didn't plug it really, but I'm going to plug it right now. It's What My Soul Sounds Like is the name of the album. Yeah. Please go get that album. And Heritage Hip Hop is not about streaming. Stream an album to see if you like it, but if you really enjoy it, we're about purchasing power, because through Donald Trump America, we've seen bullshit happen. We had COVID, and in Texas, a whole energy grid went down. So if the internet went down and you don't have the music that saves your life, that makes you feel good, as you say, you bullshit it yourself by not owning your music. So please purchase the music, because not only are you sowing into your soul by healing yourself, you're sowing into the artist that creates the art as well. So please give them an opportunity to feel your love by you giving them financial reciprocity, and give yourself reciprocity by knowing somebody always is there when you need them, because all you gotta do is just press play and relax.
And click the link down low for this man's GoFundMe, because he needs to be compensated for this.
That nigga is a scholar and a gentleman. My God,
president.
Yeah. What the fuck?
So now it's time for the rapid fire questions. For those of y'all who don't know, the rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. These are questions dedicated to your understanding of the hip hop heritage or culture that we have, and understanding of yourself and your art. So because Drift and Stress has been on here before, but Molly, you're the new person, I'm gonna change my questions around so they incorporate everybody.
Oh, I gotta get put on the spot. Go ahead, shoot. I'm gonna do my best.
Drift,
come on, you know you got it, Miss Tall Nigerians.
Drift and Stress have already answered my main questions, so excuse me.
So
whoa.
Are they multiple choice?
It's whatever. It's however you want to answer them.
Okay, yeah.
So Molly, I want to start with you and then work my way around 360 in a couple questions. All right.
Okay.
Molly, if there was one album or song that sums you up as a person, what album or song would that be?
If they cut you, what would you bleed?
Damn, Fly Shit, of course, but
of course, nigga.
Oh, that's a good. Samia. Cool, because I'm like a cornucopia. It's like a couple of things in my basket.
You're a verbiage correct. She talk that shit.
No, she more well versed than me on real shit though. But go ahead, though.
No, this is a tough one.
What song made you fall in love with rap? That's what you believe.
It was Queen Latifah, to be honest.
There you go. What song was that?
Latifah.
Well, give it to her, Queen.
Her and Moni Love. Especially that
Ladies First.
That was my joint. I mean, like, I had a respect for like that. She actually made me want to start writing.
And the killer is
to know she's from where I'm from, it just inspired me even more. Like, oh, I could do that too. Like, then I was already writing poetry, but then, rap is a little different, and from, my walks, I was able to come with certain material. My poetry became rap, so, Queen Latifah, basically.
Okay. Stress, I got a question for you now.
Yo.
You're on your producer hat in this one, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the most inspirational New Jack Swing beat that you use for this album to help get you prepared for this?
The most inspirational one?
Yeah.
I won't even ask. Like, honestly, my favorite beat off the whole thing is the Frankie Beverly and Maze one.
Okay.
That's the one. Like, when he came to me and said, "Yo, look, what you think about this?" That opened the door for the rest of the ideas.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He already had certain ones lined up, but that one right there in particular, like, had me like, yeah, okay, I see exactly what he's doing. And
okay.
it just opened it up right there for me.
Okay. Drift, here's my question for you. In the Uptown MCA era of hip hop, My favorite Uptown MCA era song is the "Freaking You" remix with Jodeci featuring Raekwon and Ghostface.
That was hard.
Now, when it comes to you in that era, what song perfectly defines how you view hip hop today?
A song perfect from Uptown. It was. It's not how I view hip hop, but it's like and how it makes me move. You know what I'm saying? And how it makes me feel. How it turn my swag on. It was the I found love in since I found you. That shit. That right there. I was like, listen. Let me get up in this game and tear this shit apart. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there, and we got to do that on the next album too, by the way.
Bro, that's why I've been pointing
find that shit, bro. Like find that shit for me. But that Jeff Red, see, I'm an energy guy. You know what I'm saying? I need fly energy. Like that shit, it will always, no matter what's going on, no matter what type of day you had, if you put that song on, you're gonna be like, you know what? Life ain't so bad after all. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna two-step, you're gonna drink your elixir, you're gonna talk to beautiful women. So that song did it for me right there. Jeff Red, I Found Love. And I need Stress to jump on that expeditiously. Pause.
Got a lot of work cut out for him.
You got work cut out. You heard?
You got a lot of work cut out.
All right, Molly, my next question is for you. What makes you write better? Is it the joy of hip hop or the pain of life?
God damn.
It's
you gotta get a GoFundMe for this.
God damn.
All right, I can answer it in two parts. I can answer it in two parts. Like the pain of life is what makes me come with what y'all love so much about me. Mm-hmm. And the joy of hip hop is what actually pushes me to do it, period. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The joy is what makes me want to do it. But what makes me bring my A game is the pain.
I love that kid. You heard?
The pain.
I love that kid, nigga.
Was that
for president, nigga? You heard? You heard Left Guns? Molly for president.
Hey, Stress.
Yo.
Here's a producer question for you.
What's happening?
There are 3 eras of the Uptown MCA early bad boy sound. Mm-hmm. You had the Hitmen,
right?
You had Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and you had Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley, God damn, forever. God damn it.
Now let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you this question. Of those 3 eras, who impacted your production the most to bring the best out of Drift for this project?
Talk, nigga. Talk, Stress.
Oh, my man, Teddy.
This question was waiting for you.
Teddy, bro. Like Teddy Riley did it for me, bro. Because Teddy was Harlem. Teddy's from Harlem. Like he was Uptown himself, bro. Like if you listen, like look at Rex and Effects, right? When they had Rex Shop, right?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing. The classic James Brown sample.
Yeah.
With a saxophone over it.
Yeah.
So now listen, I'm giving Drift classic loops, and his voice is the saxophone.
You talking about Shake Your Rump Shaker?
No, Rex Shop, not Shake Your Rump.
No, you talking about that riggedy Rex? Someone Rex say what?
Yeah,
that one. Okay.
The beat going doom doom doom. Just like Can't You See?
Yeah. Okay.
Just the same James Brown beat, but Drift voices. But Drift voices that saxophone.
Okay, wait. So check this out. Here's the difference in styles, though. Teddy Riley was beat driven. Chucky Booker was accent driven and background driven. The Hitman was more vibe driven. So when you think about that hit part, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and all that, that gave way to Janet Jackson and Chucky Booker.
Yeah.
Teddy Riley gave way to Prince, Heavy D, Guy, and all that, right?
Bullshit.
Okay. And the Hitman gave way to what we heard in early Bad Boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, who hits harder, Teddy Riley from Guy or Teddy Riley from Blackstreet?
Teddy Riley, like overall, like I guess like you saying, like that's one of them questions where it's like if you answer it one way, you got to factor in something else the other way. Like Teddy Riley overall. You get what I'm saying? Like both Teddys fact you got to factor in. You can't just separate one because
right.
without that one version of Teddy, you ain't gonna have the other version.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's just like saying like we would have never had Blackstreet if we didn't have the guy version of Teddy Riley.
Come on, Stress. Come on,
right.
Stress.
That's very diplomatic.
You know what the fuck you talking about?
He be trying to pick the brain. I work with him on this. I study this shit. I love it.
Nah, that's very diplomatic.
Okay,
it's all right.
Okay, nigga.
What up, catch my nigga?
All right. I got you. Drift. Here's my question for you.
Take a sip, Drift.
The name of
with the question.
The name of the album is called "What My Soul Sounds Like."
Yes, sir.
What genre of music does your soul create to, or what genre of music does your soul live to?
90s R&B and hip hop, bad boy entertainment from the mid 90s. That's what my soul sound like. Uptown Records, Jeff Red, fucking Heavy D, dilly. You know that shit right there. We got our own thing. Like my shit.
We can't never get that back no more, man.
That's what my soul sound like right there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you could two-step to, you could diddy bop to. When I seen Bobby Shmurda doing the two-step in the video, I was like, God damn it, that's my move right there. That's my go-to move too. You know what I'm saying? So definitely my soul sound like 90s hip-hop and R&B. It sound like Rodney Jerkins production. It sound like Stevie J production. It sound like Teddy Riley production. It sound like my God, Hitman, of course. You know what I'm saying? It sound like Trackmasters. It sound like
how about Horace Brown?
Ooh.
Definitely Horace Brown. I'm not afraid to taste your love. You know what I'm saying? It sound like Horace Brown. Uptown flavor. Like it's on everything. From now on, you're only going to get Uptown records and Bad Boy records from me, or else you ain't gonna get shit. That's it. I'm not gonna force my sound on nobody I work with, no nothing. But if you want fly shit, you come to me and you're gonna get it. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? Like I chose the samples for this album. Every sample on the album, I chose it. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know how to articulate. I didn't know how to play it. You know what I'm saying? Then my brother Stress come in. He do exactly what I had in my brain. You know what I'm saying? He does to a T. You know what I mean? Then we call in Rock the producer. Rock come and play some beautiful keys on there, or we call P-Dot to just add the little zhuzh at the end. You know what I'm saying? But we know what with the zhuzh, you see? We know what we doing. We know what we doing. Like this is not an accident. This is not a fluke. Like we actually know what we doing over here. And if y'all people want the sound, come get with us. You know what I'm saying? I got Secret Weapons, I got Molly, I got Bobby, you know what I'm saying? Deadly rap artists. And we on our mogul shit this year. You know what I mean? I only did this shit for my baby sister. I only did this shit. I wasn't even doing full projects no more.
Wasn't even thinking about it.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just kicking flavor. You know what I'm saying? All I do is kick flavor. If you want flavor, you come to Drift. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that other shit. I ain't with the local sensation, dissing each other and competing. None of that bullshit. I did it. What they say? I had it. I got mad at it, and I don't want it.
No more.
Come on, man. It's different. I only did this for my sister, so you know how it goes.
I got 3 more questions, and then we're gonna close up. This question is for everybody. I'm gonna start with Molly, go to Stress, and with Drift.
Yeah.
Every year I do the Heritage Hip Hop Awards. This project is nominated for Project of the Year for 2021 already, and it
won though. It won already.
and it's only been the first 6 months of the year. Where does recognition for greatness set itself and how you create? Like, is that something? It's not something that you say, I'm going to be the greatest, I'm aiming for it, but to be recognized. What does recognition do for your creativity? Does it fuel it, or does it just reassure you that you know you're on the right path?
It's confirmation for me, you know. It's confirmation for me. It's inspiration for me. It lets me know, I'm on the right path and that people actually want it, you know, because it's times, I don't care what artist, like you'll doubt yourself because, you know, the world is vast and there are different likes and, you know, so you basically want enough people to like you, basically like that. So You know, like you can't please everybody, but enough is good for me. So
come on,
that's what it does for me.
Come on.
I'm not greedy at all.
Come on, cuz.
All right, Stress. What about you?
Man, it puts me in a different zone, bro. Like when you know the recognition, it inspires me to create bigger and better. Right. And just to keep, just to keep giving the people what they need. You know what I'm saying? Like me creating for Drift and opened up a new lane to me to create something for Molly. You get what I'm saying? Right. Then when people see what's going on, it is creating another lane for me to create something bigger and different for the next person, whoever. You get what I'm saying? But overall, it's like it's inspirational for me, bro. It's inspiration because a hometown kid get to work with one of his idols is different. You get what I'm saying? That's real different. So that's why I like it, because I got to work with my idol on a full project, and I got blessed into the family. So it's like it's nothing but up from here for me.
Facts. Drill, what about you?
I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I started, it was for the love of the people. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted somebody to tell me I was nice. So if a nigga tell you don't care what people think, that's a rapper, he's lying. You know what I mean? You always wanted somebody to tell you was nice. You always wanted to have somebody rewind some shit.
The affirmation.
The affirmation. You know what I'm saying? Not so much validation, but the affirmation that you on the right track and you pleasing to the people. So that shit means a lot to me. And the love that I received today is a blessing. I'm grateful for the love. Something that I did out of just, out of sadness and heartbreak, it turned into something beautiful. And I got two people in my life that I would literally give my life for on this shit right now. So I'm a very fortunate man. I'll say that.
Okay. The next question is this. I believe that New Jersey has the best spitters when it comes to hip hop, but when it comes to hip hop culture, Brooklyn beats everybody consistently. And the reason why I say that is because Brooklyn is the only place where people will set aside their egos and create a group under the name of their land and make a hit song. There's nothing in history that's ever been repeated like the Crooklyn Dodgers. Mm-hmm. And I would love to see that be done again. So for all three of you, if you had a chance to make your Crooklyn Dodgers that represents either East Orange, Jersey, North, whatever you want to put together, who would your Crooklyn Dodgers be and who would produce the song? Molly, you can go first.
Ladies first.
Ooh. You mean like who would the artist be?
3 artists, 1 producer.
Okay. Me, Drift, Nina.
Come on.
And Stress.
Come on. That's my answer.
That's easy.
That's my
everybody answer.
All right.
But actually, my answer is all of us. But I'm putting a verse on it too. It's over.
Oh yeah, you already.
Right.
That goes without. You could do that
without saying.
You feel me?
What's understood ain't got to be said, Molly. I love you.
I love you too, man.
Molly is a motherfucking MVP. Moral, value, and principle.
Word. I just try to be there, man. Yeah, I just try to be there.
It's something I'm trying to put. I'm about to speak into the air.
Me and Molly gonna be in rocking chairs together. I'm
trying to do a symphony, man. I want to do the symphony with us, bro.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about
rocking the chairs side by side. You know what I'm saying? Like we could do that. Listen. The sky's the limit. Like I said, I'm grateful for you too. You two have brought me to a place where I didn't even think it was possible without major backing. You two did that. So, you know what I mean? I love y'all straight like that.
And Stress is one of the producers I know. Like, he got that fire. You would think that he, was arrogant with it. He's
down to earth. And dumb as a motherfucker. That's my brother.
Very, very dumb.
Dumb, you're.
So here's my last question of the interview before we go. Drift, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm very humble.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you in a major way.
Word, correct. Yeah, this is big.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Molly, it's my first time meeting you, and I hope to see you many more times.
Oh, you will. She ain't got no choice.
Nah, I mean, he makes me comfortable, you know, like he's cool. Like, I like how he come. You know, I like your show. I like it.
Correct, dope.
And stress, you know, I love as far as how moms and how life go. I told you, anywhere I go, I will always present you frontline as you seen, and I got that much respect and love for you. So I appreciate all three of y'all for coming on the show. And
thank you, man.
Thank you for having us.
It will not be heritage hip hop unless I ask y'all a very interesting question at the end. So let's go out with a bang.
Let's go.
When we look at the history of MCA records, there's only 3 or 4 records that define that label. When we look at New Jersey hip hop, we have to dig for records and dig for albums and dig for projects to define who we are. So my last question, which is usually a legacy question, I'm gonna ask is this: when people study hip hop, when it comes to Jersey, why would they bring this album out and make this as a must listen to record for generations to come on how to do an album when you come from Jersey?
Who gonna answer that first? Because I got my answer already.
Yeah, listen.
All right, listen. To see this album has a Jersey sound. You know what I'm saying? Jersey sound. The Jersey sound is beautiful melody, catchy chorus, and fly rap. This is a staple in the Jersey archive. Now, they may not give it the flowers now. They might not give it for another 5 years. It's fine. But we didn't come out sounding like we from Chicago. We didn't come out sounding like we from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We came with the sound that was established, and we maintained tradition. Come on. Came from the heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why this goes up there in the rafters with the other shit. But if they don't believe it now, just give me 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? The discussion will be totally different. So
I feel as though
ditto.
We like I'm ditto with that. And it's like I feel as though we laid the blueprint down for what it sounds like, what it should sound like for Jersey. So they're gonna have to respect the future
sound like.
Yeah, man.
Because we've had artists that have messed, you know, tarnished it a little bit, you know. So it's gotta gotta redeem Jersey, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of couple artists that
like we ain't got artists or it's people of it like, you know, come on now. Just because we ain't no borough, like, you know, Jersey stand up. That's all.
That's all.
Man, yeah, remember we had them scared to come across the bridge for a while.
Right.
You feel me? We had them scared to come across the bridge for a while.
Okay, don't sleep. They know the history.
Listen, to wrap it up, what my soul sounds like is either you respect it or check it. I doubt you do the second one.
Come on, man.
We ain't gonna check nothing.
They ain't at peace with themselves. They try to check this shit.
Or leave it alone, you know? Just leave it alone.
Right. That's the best bet.
Don't hurt yourself.
Best bet. If you know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself in harm's way, nigga. All right. What the fuck you talking about?
Don't bring no mid-guard flavor around them, man.
God,
I'm allergic.
And that's respectfully.
I'm allergic to them shrimps.
No mid-guard shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm allergic to them shrimps, man.
Fuck out of here. No dwarf. No mid-guard shapeshifters. Don't bring your face over here.
No wizards.
No wizards. No shapeshifters. Fuck out of here, nigga.
What'd you say? Tell them don't have a mitigated gall or say?
No gender benders. None of that.
You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
Gender bender? Oh my God. All right, so I'm gonna have to close out on gender benders. So, so everybody out there watching, once again, this is Craft from Heritage Hip Hop. I want to close out saying this. Drift made an album with the Uptown MCA sound. When you do your musical homework and you look up the discography of Uptown MCA, there's 708 pages of 12 albums per page.
Wow.
Those are hits that go way beyond.
Damn, he went deep.
And one of the deepest and most underappreciated artists from Uptown MCA that people don't talk about is Missy Elliott. And where is she?
That's smart.
So whether you talk about Puffy, Mary J., you talk about Christopher Williams, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, Def, whatever, anybody you want to talk about. Remember, that's legacy music. And music, that's legacy music lives far beyond how you like music, because it's not only music you like, but your parents, your children, and your children's children can learn to play that music as well.
Yep.
And that's what this album is. So do yourself a favor. Don't be an asshole. Don't say hip hop is just one thing and put it in the box. This is great music and it's up to you to find it. And guess what? We served it to you on the plate. Now, whether you want to eat bullshit, healthy, or garbage, we're still serving you a meal that you're going to get no matter what. And it's going to fit.
That's it.
So make
That's
sure
it.
you get this album because it's worth it. This
Thank
is
you.
Karev from Heritage Hip Hop with Drift, Stress, and Molly. And we say peace and we out.
Man. Peace and love, man. Thank
Peace.
y'all.
Peace.
Safe,
All right,
everybody.
y'all.
Love and respect, you heard?
So make sure y'all subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on the lookout.
Subscribe and like,
Subscribe,
please.
hit the
Yo,
like, hit the
subscribe,
share,
like, and share
follow
the
them.
Heritage Hip Hop,
And if you
man.
want some merch, hit me on IG at Heritage Hip Hop when I got you. We out.
Say less.
100.